Hello, welcome back to Actual Play UK. Thank you for joining us again for the second part of The Tales Were True. I am once again joined by a phenomenal cast of characters who we're going to go through now and let them introduce themselves to you. Starting with, top of my list here, Chloe.
Hello, I'm Chloe. I'll Chloe with the flow online. You can find me pretty much everywhere. I use she, her pronouns. Today I am playing Andromeda, who is a druid, a half dryad, so it kind of looks like a tree and obsessed with moss. Yeah, I'm from the podcast Deck of Many Aces, which is an actual play podcast made with actual asexuals and aromantics. And that's where you can find me most of the time.
Excellent. Then we're going to jump over to Chris. Chris, tell us a little about yourself and what you do.
Hi there, I'm Chris. You can find me on Adventurers Anonymous podcast, where I play Tatty Bojangles, everyone's favourite sad boy, gnome, rogue ranger, with a whole bunch of problems. We just recorded episode 100, where we absolutely did not underestimate what we were getting into with fighting a dragon. So you can find that wherever you find all your good and evil podcasts. Today, I will be playing Ricky Blackwood, who is a Way of the Rat monk, and he is a cursed child to look like a rat, essentially.
Excellent. Next on the list, we've got Ben.
Oh god, the order's different this week. Yeah, hi,
That
I'm Ben.
just to throw you off.
You can find me on all the socials everywhere, Ben Newbon, and I am a game designer. I make rules-like games, such as the weird hybrid animal game Overgrown and my sci-fi game Cybertopia, which I'm running a podcast of. And in the next 2 weeks or so, we're going to be starting our finale of the season. It's going to be a big 16-player blowout over the course of 4 episodes. It's going to be ridiculous, and I am dreading editing it, which I've still not started. But yeah, I also play regularly on his Cursedness Twitch channel, D&D and Blades in the Dark, and I have a whole family of dwarfs that I run there. That's fun. Tonight I'm going to be playing as Shaul Godwin, the half cloud giant clockwork sorcerer, who has he is the seventh child of seventh child. That's the thing, yeah. And that is bestowed upon him the gifts of greater healing.
Fantastic. Just for the record, I'm also feeling that I should be editing, but I haven't got round to it yet, Pian. And finally, we're going to introduce Bardic Knock. Tell us about yourself.
Hello, everybody. I am Bardic. You can find me on the internet, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube, all as the Bardic Knock. I am still on a very prolonged hiatus because I have no idea what I should be doing content-wise, but I sometimes do stuff on those platforms, usually tabletop role-playing game-related or whatever else takes my interest. You know, who needs consistency?
Well, brilliant. Thank you guys all for joining us again this week. I am, of course, I say of course, as if you guys have any idea who I am. I'm Jordan of Modified Role, also one of the founders of Actual Play UK. I'm doing bits and pieces at the minute. Modified Role is still on a short break after we finished our first arc of season 2, but I have just messaged the team tonight to try and get our next recording date in, so look forward to that sometime after Christmas. No, really, we should have it out sometime later this month, start of next month, so we're coming back, woo! And also, just a shout out, because I don't think I actually did him as part of the introduction last week, but mentioning as a founder of Actual Play UK, John is obviously with us in spirit tonight. Ooh, he's running all the tech stuff, and thank you again, John, for doing that for us. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for what he was doing. I'd also like to give a quick shout out, and I wish I'd pulled up who it was I was going to shout out before I'd done it, but it just came into my head, so I'm going to quickly pull this up. You need to check out the lovely Nick Monroe Turner, at N Monroe Turner on Twitter, who is a writer for KeenGamer.com, and they did a lovely little article called The 5 Best UK Actual Play Productions to Get Your Fantasy Adventure Fix, and we were one of them as Actual Play UK. I think it's sort of cheating, because what he's done there is just said listen to any UK-based TTRPG creator, because that's what we're trying to be a collection of. We're trying to get all of you guys in here, and I think he cheated, but he was very nice to include us in the list. And you should go and check that out, because he has listed some of our amazing cast from Actual Play UK and some guys who are a bit too big They are too big to be part of our little group. But you should go and check all those guys out. He has listed Oxventure, Three Black Halflings, Realms Pod, RP Geeks, and ourselves. So go check that out. But that said, we are here to play a very specific game tonight. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons, that little known sort of niche indie RPG. But we'll be playing a very specific setting, which is The Tales Were True, which is an upcoming 5e supplement written by the lovely Kimberly. And as I shouted them out last week, you can find all of this on the socials. The Tales Were True. They're on Instagram, Twitter, and everything else. And Kimberly Polly, the author, is also on there. The Tales Were True is a UK sort of Great Britain-esque setting back in historic times. It's D&D. It sort of spans a long, sort of weird, tumultuous period here. But the idea being that all of those folk tales, myths, legends, stories you were told, fairy tales, well, they're true. The tales were true. And my bloody tablet has started throwing notifications. Get away from me! Had that sitting right under the mic. That was great positioning. But there's a fantastic setting. We did a little run through on the podcast. That's the thing that I need to finish editing. But we've done a run through of that on the podcast, and obviously I'm running it here because I enjoyed it so much. And from what I could tell last week, the guys here enjoyed playing it, and we hope you guys at home, you out there in internet land, enjoyed it. I hope you also remembered to tell us when you watched the stream last week what had gone wrong between us recording and the future when you watched it. We'll be relying on you guys to do the same this week. So any warnings you can give us, be very helpful. But that's enough waffling. I'm talking myself in circles. Let's get back to the game. Last time, you guys made your way to Leerpool, the sort of fantasy version of Liverpool for those not in the UK who didn't quite make that connection, or those in the UK who also didn't make that connection. Sat on the River Mersey. You were taken to meet the mayor of the city, Dick Whittington, and his brilliant sidekick, Tommy Mousecourage. He tasked you with some of our party, for some reason, struck out an immediate rivalry with. You were tasked with clearing out one of the Thieves Guild, the Wolves Head Guild. I say Thieves Guild, beyond just thieves, just a criminal gang in the city. You were tasked with clearing them out, being sort of compared to the rat plague that Dick Whittington had previously run up from the city. You set about trying to get some information. You headed to the market square where you met a couple of colourful characters, including a dwarven minotaur who was being shaken down by members of the Wolves Head Thieves Guild. After some conversing with the Wolves Head members who were trying to shake him down, you convinced them to take you to the tavern and get you into their hideout. After arriving at the tavern, you were introduced and described a bunch of really interesting characters with backstories and histories and lots of cool things you could have done, and you all decided to do literally nothing. Sorry, that's not quite true. You sat down and played cards.
We were keeping them on profile.
And to be fair, it worked. Literally nobody noticed. Eventually, the members of the guild that you'd strong armed, who were sort of lovingly being referred to as the Chucklefuck Brothers, motioned for you guys to follow and brought you into the cellar of the tavern. Once inside, you took stock of your surroundings, realized you were literally just in a cellar. But after a moment, one of the two that you brought with you stepped up to a little indentation in the wall, took a coin out of his pocket with a wolf's head on one side and pressed it into the indentation, and the wall begins to move away, and you see in front of you, you should see in front of you an open doorway, unless I have put it in the wrong place. No,
Yeah,
it should
we
be
can
there.
see it.
Oh, it's there. Cool. It is there. Cool. And yeah, the door opens, revealing another room to the south. We rejoin now, and you guys can act as you wish.
I'm gonna nudge the Chucklefuck brothers ahead and go on, you first.
Okay. One of them sort of steps into the room and sort of steps aside at the doorway. He's like, it's just through here.
Yeah, we don't want any surprises from yous now, do we?
Give me an intimidation check. You can do so at advantage because you've already scared these guys quite badly.
Nice. Okay. Wait,
I was about to say, how could Ricky provide the help action for this just by, in a very high pitched voice, going, "Yeah,
Yeah, you tell him, boss.
yeah, get him."
Okay. Oh, the advantage was very helpful. That is... Oh, my modifier's not great though, so it's a 15.
A 15. You see as he steps through the door, he sort of steps in the door and steps immediately to the side, and as you like look through the door at him, his eyes flick to the middle of the room, like the floor at the center of the room, and you can see he looks back at you and he like calculates for a minute and he closes his eyes. He says, "Don't step in the middle of the floor. There's a pit trap."
Good to know.
Looks a bit dark in there. You not got any lights?
No, I mean there's torches every so often. We don't tend to carry lights down here.
All the better
I mean,
for you
we're-
to go first then.
Well, in the room you're stood in, there are a couple of like lanterns which are giving light. If you wanted to take one of those.
Oh, I'll sort that out. And Shaw clicks his fingers and casts the light cantrip.
Okay, where just so I know what I'm putting if I'm giving you like a vision, like a light or emission, are you just going to carry something?
Yeah, he'll just pick up like a potato or something and cast light on potato.
Okay, I'm just going to take a stab in the dark and say that light works 13, 30, 15, I think. So you should now be emanating light.
2020.
Okay, close enough. 20. Okay. So you should now emanate light as well as having night vision.
Cool. So I guess Shaw will step through.
Nice.
Aha!
Aha!
Just out of curiosity, can you see the T on the floor?
The T.
No.
Okay,
T-
good. It is on the GM layer. Good. I was worried you would see where all the traps were. I mean, the only trap was.
Why do you think the Chucklefuck brothers are going first?
I don't seem to be able to move Shaw into this room.
There's a trick with the doors. You've closed the door. That's why. There we go.
There we go.
Just try not to stop on top of a door. Otherwise, when you click your character token, you will just close the door.
Right. I just really step to the side so other people can come through.
Yeah.
So
Again,
you have been
pushing
warned. There's
them
the Chucklefuck brothers do sort of like move around the side of the room. They do sort of like they've already told you it's in the middle. There's a trap in the middle of the floor, so they try to avoid it. For those watching at home, the little black circle is so that John can show you what's happening, just in case you're wondering. There he goes. He's dancing for you. That's our camera in this case. So you guys step in the room, and the Chuckle brothers sort of step to the side of the wall, and they sort of look to each other and say, "Look, if we go any further, they're going to kill us. We've got you in. Door here's unlocked. There are a couple of wolves on the other side of the door.
Oh, perfect.
So, could we go?"
What are your names?
Hold on, I have to Google something very quickly.
They're the Chucklefuck brothers.
We're Larry and Paul Ball. I don't know.
We're Barry and Paul. You beat me to the joke. For those at home over the age or under the age of 25, that's the name of the Chuckle brothers.
I can't believe you had to Google that.
I knew Paul. Barry in my head. I was like, is it Bar? Is it something else? I just wanted to double check.
Yeah.
See, I knew Barry, couldn't remember the other guy's name.
And I went so far as to try and change the letters and everything.
I just wasn't going to bother. Look, we've literally just been
I don't
calling
think
them
they're
the
going to
Chucklefuck
sue us
brothers,
for
so-
copyright infringement.
No, maybe not.
Well, at least one of them isn't.
Everyone knows the
Oh.
one that's left is very litigious.
Yeah. So
Will not have the Chuckle Brothers name sullied.
Sorry, this is the legally distinct Chucklefuck brothers.
Yeah.
So, here we go.
They said there were wolves on the other side of the door.
Yes.
Brilliant. I'm going to skirt around the outside of the room so as not to fill in the pit trap and head towards the door.
Cool.
I can communicate simple ideas through sound, so I would like to beasts. I should specify. So I would like to sort of put a hand on the door and make some like growly wolf noises, basically being like, we're friends. We're friends. Don't attack us. Let us through.
Okay. Give me a persuasion check at disadvantage because you're doing it through a door.
Fair enough. Could it be animal handling?
Out of curiosity, while yes,
Yay!
sure. While Andromeda is doing this, like seriously steps up the door, starts crawling. Barry and Paul start like scooching along the wall back towards the door. Is anyone going to stop them leaving?
Before
Yes.
you two go,
Nah.
is there anything we should know about this? What did you say his name was? Adam? Jack?
Yeah,
Something like that?
Adam the leper.
That's the one.
Just that he is. Well, he's Adam the leper. He runs the guild. He is violent. He is runs us with an iron fist.
Is there anything we should or shouldn't do around him?
That depends entirely on what you're here to do. Are you trying to strike a deal with him, or what are you trying to do?
I guess we'll come to that when we come to it, but if there's
Then
anything that we should definitely know, that would be good.
Probably just don't talk about his thing.
Has he got a thing? Okay.
Oh yeah, you guys like saw him earlier. He's like covered. Well, some of you saw him earlier. He's like covered in like pox scars and stuff. Like his face is just horribly scarred. Not an actual leper, but like just covered in like scars and stuff. For the record, and just for your benefit and everyone at home, Adam the Leper was the leader of a 14th century robber band.
Nice.
Gang specialised in theft, especially directed against the royal courts and its agents.
Well,
Yeah.
odd looks have never really bothered any of us, so I'm sure we'll be fine. You two can scurry along, but if anything goes unexpectedly, we will be in touch.
Righto, and they just They do literally scarper out of the room as you described.
I think as they're running out, Ricky's started to get more confident now that the Chucklefuck brothers have been so intimidated by us. So he's just like, yeah, get us a drink.
It's all Ricky.
One of them just like runs back into the cellar room. He looks back at you and just like pulls one of the many wine bottles off the wall and just like sets it on a barrel before running back up the stairs.
Thank you kindly.
Just fun fact I learned today talking about scurrying and scampering. The collective noun for a group of squirrels is a scurry.
Ah.
There you go. One of the silly little facts I tend to learn on a day. So, what did Andromeda roll with her animal handling checks? Because I nearly forgot that had happened.
I rolled a 22.
Good
At
God.
disadvantage.
Wow. Okay. Yep. You hear like a... And then like a... That doesn't really work very well because it's not stone, but like the click, click, click of claws on stone.
Yes. I won't open the door yet, but I'll turn to the others and go, it's safe. Just don't hurt him.
Okay.
Oop, I just moved the map. Whoops. There we go. Cool. Yeah. What's your next step?
I think
I'll open the door.
I was going to say, I think Ricky will like shuffle up behind Andromeda and just be like, I don't mind animals.
Well, they don't mind you either, so there's that.
Yeah, so you open the door and you can see into... Well, directly opposite you can see another doorway heading south, and then the corridor turning to the west, and an archway, just an open archway to the east leading into a large room that appears to be full of crates and storage. Unlike the cellar where it was food, this all appears to be like equipment and weapons and stuff. But standing directly in front of the door is a large grey wolf with long, long hair, and as you stand in front of it, it sort of sees you come out, drops onto its haunches, tongue lolling out, and you can see a big, thick leather collar with a name tag that reads Shaggy.
Shaggy! I'm going to immediately give Shaggy all of the good pets, kneel down in front of them. And
He starts licking you, and it is painful.
Fair enough.
But he seems very happy.
Is there a smaller one around called Scrappy?
Not that you can see.
They did. I'll like as I'm doing this, it sort of occurs to me, and I go, they did say wolves, plural.
Yep, they did.
Can Ricky like head forward and just have a little look around to see if there are any others down here? Maybe just like to the bit where the corridor leads off to the west.
You can put your token wherever you would like.
Andromeda, you talked to it, right? Could you ask it where its friends are?
I could try. Might not be very successful. Depends on how intelligent it is, I guess. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll like try and ask it where its friends are. I'm just find the wording of.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I think your thing's gonna be like basic information, isn't it?
I can communicate simple ideas, and they can communicate simple ideas in return. So
okay, and
we're
the simple
friends?
ideas. Simple ideas. If you try to ask where the other wolf is, it's sort of like, it's not a point. It's not like a pointer dog. It's not a hunting dog, but it sort of like shakes its head, indicating that it is round the corner.
Okay. It says it's round the corner.
Okay.
I've also just realised where you guys are. You can actually also see that in that room to the east, the sort of storage room, you do see a person sort of like busying himself behind a counter.
Oh.
Just sitting in the dark.
No, there's lanterns and stuff. Bear in mind, anything you can see is because there's a light on. Like there are lights present here.
So it was round this corner. It was kind of going to.
The storage is over here to the east, to the right. The dog, the other wolf, is over this way.
The other wolf is over there. Well, I want to find at least look at the other wolf. So that's why I'm looking around the corner.
Yeah, where you're standing, you can sort of see that to the west directly, the tunnel branches into a T-junction going north and south.
Well, wolf's this way apparently, but can't see it yet. Do you want to look further this way, or go investigate the other room?
There's a person over there. Maybe we should go and introduce ourselves.
I was afraid of that.
And I should say at this point, Shaggy is like following Andromeda around.
Oh.
No, we shouldn't be happy we have a pet. That means it's something he can kill.
Or when it meets its real master, it's going to kill you. I win either way.
Oh, it's not like we're instantly emotionally attached to this Shaggy dog.
Yeah.
There's a reason it has a name.
You don't give them names.
I mean, I assume the reason is to tie into the British folklore story of the shaggy dog.
Based on the name of the other wolf, I don't think it is. I think it's just a joke.
We gotta meet this other wolf.
I could be wrong, because normally where they've written in bits from actual like folklore, they would add a note saying this is based on this. There's not a mention of the shaggy dog here, so I think this is just a joke.
I'm assuming that the person in that room has probably noticed people coming in. So
I was with you guys all sort of stood in the hallway. If anyone's like looking over at him, he'll occasionally stop, look at you, but then go back to what he's doing. Like it's obviously quite normal for people to be here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sure. You want to introduce yourselves? Let's go.
You can go and say hello to the other wolf if you want.
I won't go on my own.
Okay.
Know how well that goes.
Cool. As you step into that easterly room, you see an assortment of crates and rickety tables filling the area, weapons and a miscellaneous mishmash of objects, some perhaps magical, are displayed haphazardly around the place. A few lanterns light the space, but the shadows seem somehow menacing. A half-orc is now stood behind a counter sharpening a blade, his brow furrowed in concentration.
Hello.
What do you want? Well, I don't recognize you lot. How long have you been here?
We've just come to see Adam. We've not been down here before. Maybe you could point us in the right direction.
Oh? You come to see Adam, but you don't know how to get to him? Seems a bit strange. Has he sent for you?
We've come to report on a couple of his little fellas, and yeah, we just need to have a little chat. But they were too afraid to come down themselves.
Right, well, and this bit he smiles big with his like one broken tusk sticking out through his jaw and the other sort of protruding quite large. Big grin on his face. Right, well, if you want to get to Adam, you head down that corridor, follow round to the north, and it's the last door on the left. But while you're here, would you have to have a look at the wares? Oh, sorry, the name's Dan. Dodgy Dan. And he reaches out and just grabs Shul's hand.
Oh, hello,
That's-
Dodgy Dan.
Quite
Sorry,
a
I
moniker
completely misread. Hold on, let's take a second. Take that completely misread. The name's Pete. Dodgy Pete. I don't know why that matters, but it's Pete. And I'm going to stick to what's in the book here. The name's Dodgy Pete.
That's
You
quite
know
a
what?
name.
At least he's honest.
Yeah.
He is a member of a thieves guild. Let's just remember that.
That's fair. It's quite a name for a shopkeep you got going on there.
Well, once you've been called something long enough, you just got to learn to embrace it, eh?
Yeah, why not? Lean in, you know? Yeah. So what you
Speaking
got?
of... Well, funny enough, he then leans in as you say that. Well, speaking of... Come and have a look. And he pulls out a tray behind the desk. Oh, you've got some nice stuff here. I've got this lovely little bag of Olden for putting stuff in, you know. So much more can fit in this than what it looks like. Oh, I've probably never seen one of these before. Really rare magic item that I'm sure nobody's ever heard of and doesn't happen in every single D&D game to make the DM's life easier. We've also
you
got these
hold
little... Yeah, you can hold it just like this. But then you can
Bag
also
for
put stuff in it.
holding. I like it.
Look,
Nice.
look. And he takes one of the pikes off the wall and he opens the top and he goes, oh. And he starts dropping the pike into the bag and it's just disappearing into the bag. See what I mean?
This description of a bag of holding is what every D&D game is missing.
Also, me, Chloe, is immediately going, that's a bag of devouring, isn't it?
Well, just for the record, because bag of holding has just become this synonymous thing. Every party has one. Can you imagine what it would be like to find Mary Poppins' bag in real life? Yeah. You would lose your shit. But
See, I don't think Shul has a great grasp of spatial reasoning here. So he's just seeing this happening. He's like, yes, it's a bag.
Look, and then he reaches back in and starts pulling the pipe back out. It's so much bigger than the bag it's in. Isn't that amazing?
Are you some kind of stage magician or something?
No, it's the bloody bag is magic. Right, that's enough. Puts that one down. Right, next to that, we've got these lovely little goggles, and he holds them up, and they've got this sort of intricate silver filigree design that makes them, when you're wearing them, look like you've got owl eyes. So the little eye. Not eyebrows, but feathers that come up, and then a little beak that sits on top of your nose. These little beauties are goggles of night. They allow you to see in the dark. Isn't that be amazing? If you
I've
could
got
see
something
in the
like that,
dark.
and Shul holds up the potato.
Well, I mean, I can see that, but if you have these, technically I could still see you wearing them because I've got dark vision, which also isn't a totally normal thing that 75% of the races in this land have. But if you didn't, these would be really, really cool.
Shul's gonna turn to the others and just I like this guy. He's got good energy. People don't talk to you very much, do they, mate?
Well, I'm going to be honest. No, they only normally come to me when they need something.
We do have to go off and see Adam.
Wait. I've only got 3 more things to show you. And since you guys didn't talk to a single fucking person last time, I'm determined to show you. This is your punishment. I've got this lovely little medallion of thoughts, which I'm now having to double check what it does because I read this a week ago.
But you should really open a market stall. I think you'd do really well out there.
Look,
We get more
a lot of
business
these
outside.
things Look, unfortunately, a lot of these things haven't exactly been, purchased. And I don't know why I'm suddenly a pirate, but here we are. I think I was going there from the beginning, and I'm just going to embrace it now.
Everyone's a bit of a pirate on the inside. It's okay.
You started off as a pirate and then you veered into meta commentary. That's what distracted you.
But like I was saying, I don't think a lot of these have been got within the bounds of the law, if you know what I'm saying.
Right.
They were stolen, my lad. We
Yes.
can't sell them in the market. They were stolen.
Right.
But look, I've got this lovely little medallion of thoughts. While you're wearing this, you can expend some magic into it, and you can cast the Detect Thoughts spell, which will allow you to read the minds of those around you. I'm just fully leaning into the pirate thing now. Here we go.
Oh, no, thank you. Hearing what people have to say is enough. I don't want to hear what is going on in people's heads.
Right, you lot are a tough sell, I can see that now. But what about this? And he holds up nothing.
I like that
Are you
one.
a mime artist now?
No! Look, and he shakes it, and there's like a moment where there's like a shimmer in the air, and you realise he is in fact holding something. This is a show of invisibility.
This is great. You should put on a show, not a market stall.
So
I'm beginning to
just out of
dislike you.
curiosity, when he's putting things down, where is he putting them? Is he just leaving them on the desk in front of him?
He has his little little locked tray. You know when you think of like a jeweler's have the little trays that pull out? It's one of those, so he can push it back onto the table and lock it. So he's just like dropping them on. So you realise like as it's moving, you can see it you can see the fabric there, and he says, "While this isn't quite as good as a cloak of invisibility, it will make you a lot harder to see."
Oh, Ricky can do that.
I think
He's very
Ricky's
small.
I think Ricky's just been like absent-mindedly looking at some of the boxes that are like strewn around, and he just like when someone's been caught not listening, he's just like, huh? Huh? Yeah,
I mean, if you're
I can do
actually, yeah, if you're generally looking through the looking at the box and stuff, you could find pretty much anything here you would from like the player's handbook if you were looking to pick up any equipment here. He says, "Right, well, I can see that you lot are driving a hard bargain in that you don't seem to want to buy anything. So, I've got my last item to show you." And he pulls out a little brass key and sets it on the top. Well,
Well, keys are only as valuable as the things they unlock, so what does it unlock?
haven't a clue. It's a mystery key, but isn't that worth its weight in gold?
Where
This
did you
being a
get
key,
this
it's
one
not
from?
very heavy. I'm not sure, it just turned up one day.
So, when you say this key just turned up, how do you mean?
Well, I mean, I've completely lost the voice now. I mean, it was just there one day. He came in, pulled the key ring out, went to open the door, and there it was on the key ring.
Well, that sounds quite mysterious, I suppose.
I'm gonna say, mysterious key. Isn't it wonderful?
So it's not worth anything?
I mean, it's worth the mystery. Don't you have any adventure in your heart? Any imagination in your soul? This accent is lost. Let's just forget about it.
It's an evolving character.
Yeah.
With her, like, very tree-looking hair, Andromeda simply looks at him and goes, "I think you need to touch some grass, mate."
Look, I look after this shop. I don't touch grass. I live in here, in the dark, and this is how I get my fun. Now, do you want the bloody key or not?
Well, not the key, but I was thinking that the shawl of invisibility sounded quite interesting.
Right, I'll be 500 gold, please.
500. Do we look like we're made of money?
No, you look like you're made of trees. And moss,
I am
actually.
made of tree, actually. Thank you. Oh, you noticed the moss! Oh!
Yeah, it's quite the fashion statement, I think.
Her face just drops. She's like, "It's not a fashion statement, it's utility."
I mean, it can be utility, it can be fashionable. That could be a fashion statement in itself, that I care more about the utility of what I'm wearing than how it looks. There it is, found him again.
Right. Well, I don't really understand the fashion anyway.
Look, me neither. Look at me. And he's just wearing like dirty brown leathers with like another like heavier leather apron over it. This is what I wear day to day. I don't get out much, like I said.
So, I mean, let me get this straight. So, you live down here in this cave, basically, and you have all these stolen things from the Thieves Guild, but the only people that come down here are the Thieves Guild, so you sell them back to the thieves?
Yes, that's about right. That's about the long and short of it, aye.
Okay.
How's business?
Oh, it's so-so. Then
I've just realised
silence.
that I actually have no money. So
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was gonna ask this. I was gonna ask a quick DM question. I was like, how long have we been traveling, and how much have we been selling this protection racket that we came up with?
I would say with being level 8, if you guys do decide to purchase something, depending on what you purchase, I'll either just let you have it, or so for some of the more expensive stuff, you might have to haggle, and we'll see how you get on.
okay.
I was legitimately just going to pick the table up and walk out with it.
You were going,
mean-
no, you were going to try.
You got so
Let's be very clear here.
That's a very level 8 decision.
Well, look. None of us are made of money. I mean, look at Ricky over there. He's there in rags.
He is quite disgusting, I'll have to admit, yes.
That's not what I said. I said he was wearing rags.
But he is also, just look at him, he's part rat boy. Like, this is fairly obvious to me. Is no one else seeing this? Am I the only one here?
I turn around and
I
like,
go and
wink.
give Ricky a hug.
Yeah, I wink at Ricky.
Jack is
and
going
then,
to
like,
crouch down and give Ricky a very comforting hug.
Yeah,
It's really not a very nice way to talk about potential customers, is it?
yeah. I start patting Ricky's shoulder and just like giving a knowing look and be like, "Look what you've done. You've really upset our friend now."
Well, I mean, he's probably a lovely person, but he looks like that.
And what
I
is
think
your
Rick-
problem?
Ricky looks up and he's just like, I was going to ask how much the medallion was, but now
Oh,
I
that
don't
is
want
3,000 gold. Oh, never
No, I-
mind then.
No, I don't want to know what other people think.
I don't know why I've suddenly.
We've
I don't
lost
know
you.
why I've suddenly decided that Andromeda has charisma, but I guess I have. Because I'm going to continue and be like, quite frankly, this is very, very bad customer service to be insulting your customers.
Yeah, I was very
you are
liking
members
you
of
a
a
minute
thief.
ago.
Yeah, you are members of a thieves guild, are you not? This is sort of par for the course for us.
Well, yes, but you're still running a business, aren't you? Ain't business been slow?
Well, yes, I'm
maybe
selling
it's
things that have been
because-
brought to me by a thieves guild to a thieves guild. It was never going to be a lucrative business.
Well, maybe.
But I'm also not a very nice man, so this is one of the only jobs I could get.
Well, maybe if you're a bit of a nicer man, then your business would be better.
Possibly. But unfortunately, I enjoy this too much.
Oh,
And again,
Fine,
I should point out,
come
he has
on.
had this like massive grin on his face the whole time, like for everything, and it is like quite disconcerting, especially with like the broken incisors and stuff. It is a bit creepy. I
Once
would be
more.
doing it the whole time, but it would hurt my face.
Once more, just touch some grass, man. Come on, Ricky, let's go.
Offer him
I'll
some
start
moss.
marching out.
Yeah, I think Ricky's like when the like the play that Andromeda was doing for more like for a little bit more haggling like didn't look like it was working. I think Ricky just turned around and started like sulking off back to the door.
Right,
Well,
if
we're
you-
going
before-
to go and see Adam, so maybe we'll have a chat with him about the business management down here, and we might see you again later on our way out. Okay?
Fair enough. If you need any herbology or potions or whatever, St. Albin's also in, and you see as you guys like stepped into this room, like to your left in the northmost wall is a door sort of heading northward. It's like, St. Albin's in his office if you were needing any herbology nonsense as well. Just thought I'd let you know as he keeps the door closed.
Herbs. Sounds like your kind of thing, Andromeda.
Yeah, Andromeda's like nearly out of the archway, and then just like turns around and is like, Oh.
Herbology, you say?
Herbology.
Any moss.
And then I'm gonna grumpily march towards the door and like knock on it. I'm gonna do that thing where you just knock and open the door.
Cool. You knock and you open the door, and inside is a small room packed full of vials and bottles that you immediately recognize with your background as poisons. A sickly sweet scent assaults your nose. You're not sure if it's the smell of death or decay or something else entirely. Mushrooms and strange plants spill out of the crates in a riot of colour, and a balding half-elf greets you with an oily smile. I'm just now realising how many of these characters smile a lot.
There's very few words you could use to describe a smile that would get such a horrible visceral reaction from me, but oily is one.
Oily.
Oily is, like, to me, is a very specific kind of smile, and I'm going to see if I can get it now in my own face.
Oh, yeah, that's the one.
Hello.
It's a bit smelly in here, Andromeda.
Oh, Severus Snape.
Harry Potter.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Hey up. Isn't that quite a nice establishment you got here? And I'm mostly not looking at him. I'm mostly just like being distracted by mushrooms and all the various different things.
Thank you. I try to run a clean shop, as it were. Can
I prefer a little bit of
assist you?
but-
Well,
I mean,
each
you've
to
got
their own. Sorry, we just keep talking over
It's
another.
okay.
Go on.
Video calls. I'll also turn to him. In fact, I'm not turning to him. I'm just like looking at all the different bits and like picking through them and just talking. And I'm just like, well, you got lots of lovely ingredients, but I was wondering if you actually had like a herbalism kit.
Oh, is that all? I suppose
Well, I need to
I
fill
could
it with
supply
ingredients, of course.
one. Right. And he like steps over to a big cupboard and just goes like one of the bottom like cupboardy bits and pokes in a few drawers and pulls out like an old battered herbalism kit that he just sort of sets on the counter like gingerly with one finger. He's like, there, one basic herbalism kit.
Yeah. Thank you very much. So, what sorts of things have you got here that I could kit myself out with, perhaps?
I have an interesting selection for those of a discerning mind. We have deathcap powder, fly agaric essence, foxglove tincture, fox paw ointment, knight's kiss, and women's bane.
So just lots of fancy poisons, basically.
Pretty much, yes. That's what I mostly deal in.
Okay. So, have you got any, And Andromeda kind of, like, crosses her arms and, like, looks, furrows her brow a little bit. Have you got any moss? I'm testing to see what my opinion of this person will be.
Let's do a luck check. Highs or lows?
Lows.
Okay, now the question is, do you want him to have moss?
If he has moss, then I will think highly of him. If he doesn't, I will think lowly of him. Take that how you will. I don't know what I want.
When you look at him and ask this question, he sort of looks from you to the other people in the group one by one, and then very slowly, without even like bending at the waist, just sort of like dips below the counter, and then comes back up holding a large terrarium full of moss, and just like places it on the counter in front of him.
I love that he's just doing like a perfect plie.
It's just, yeah. Whoop. My greatest creation to date. And it's just this massive terrarium just full of moss.
My gosh. You're a connoisseur of moss. And I'm going to do something that none of you have ever seen Andromeda do in their entire life, which is extend a hand for a handshake.
His hand's still steeping from him, looks at your hand, looks up at you, and then begrudgingly like, takes your hand very gently. One of those ones where he sort of grabs it like that and does that.
It's the old lady at church handshake.
Yeah, very much. Yes.
I don't really understand what's going on in here.
So, look. Oh, no, I forgot. You don't get it. Ricky gets it. Ricky, come here. Look at this.
I think Ricky will like walk up and how tall is the table? Do I have to literally like hoist myself up to like look at it?
Yeah, it's probably just like it's like a counter almost. It's probably like on like an average person just below like chest high.
Yeah. I think Ricky walks up and does that like really childlike thing of like jumping just a little bit to get like a second of a look. And he's like, "Oh, cool."
Oh, I'm very impressed, sir.
Thank you.
It's not often we meet connoisseurs like Andromeda.
Yes, like I say, it is an acquired taste.
Are
and
you
to
used-
each their own.
Are you using this to kind of carbon offset the stuff from your poisons? Because did you know that moss provides more carbon offset than all the trees in the world?
Honestly, I just like the way it feels. And he just like sticks his hand in the thread and like runs it over the moss. I like how that's what turns you on, is him touching moss.
Yeah.
Andromeda is
I'm really
totally...
not into this, so I'm just gonna step out. Okay.
Andromeda is totally fine with this, but me, Chloe, just went...
Sheryl, you step back into the room and you see Dodgy Pete is now with no one there and nothing else to put away. It's just playing the knife game, but every so often you just hear ow,
Ow.
ow, ow.
So Jack never went into the apothecary. He's been stood there the entire time just staring at Dodgy Pete.
I imagine Dodgy Pete stared back for a couple of minutes and then realised that you just weren't moving, so just went about doing what he needed to do, put all the stuff away, and then started playing the knife game.
I'll turn back to this half-elf and go, oh, well then, in that case, I trust your opinion about these poisons. What can you tell me about them?
Very good question, and it's a good thing I saw this coming and pulled it up. To just very quickly, quick question, do you plan on buying some, or should I just describe a couple?
I would like a poison, but I don't really mind what, to be honest.
Okay. So these are all potions that have been, or poisons that have been written for the setting. So I'll give you the first three, and you can pick which one you want. So Deathcap powder is a fine powder made from the spores of the Deathcap mushroom. When thrown in the air, the powder can cause those caught in the cloud to experience hallucinations and dizziness. Those who fail the wisdom saving throw become stunned for 1 minute. And there are additional rules for crafting here as well, which we don't need to get into. Fly Agaric Essence. I'm always worried I'm pronouncing Agaric wrong. I take a stab in the dark with that one. This viscous poison is made from the potent toxins found in the bright red and white Fly Agaric mushroom. When ingested or applied to a weapon, it causes the victim to hallucinate. Funnily enough, all the mushroom ones are hallucinogenic.
Really?
Experience intense pain and cramps and may cause seizures or respiratory failure, so much less fun. A creature subjected to this poison must make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, taking 2d6 poison damage on a fail or half as much successful. Poison creature must then make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or suffer from hallucinations. Disadvantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws for 1d4 rounds. The creature can repeat at the end of each turn. And Foxglove Tincture. This thin liquid poison can be applied to arrows or bladed weapons or splashed directly onto a creature. A creature subjected to this poison must make a DC 15 con saving throw, taking 7d6 poison damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. The poisoned creature is knocked unconscious. The creature wakes up if it takes damage, suffering from severe stomach cramps, giving it disadvantage on attacks. The creature can repeat the saves in each of its turns, ending the effect on a success. Good God. How is that one of the cheaper options?
I was going to say, I was like, that sounds like the smart option. However, the fun option sounds like the one that you can make into a cloud of gas that makes everyone hallucinate.
I was going to say, was there anything about like the area of effect on that one? Was it like a very small localized one?
I'm going to assume, based on the wording, it's a single like target. So it says thrown in the air, but you're essentially throwing it at someone.
Yeah, it's like just
pocket sand.
Yeah, exactly.
But stun.
No, to be fair, actually, no, hold on, because the point is those caught in it. I'm going to make a ruling that it fills a 10 foot by 10 foot square.
Sounds cool.
Gotcha.
I want that one.
I was going to say, I would quite like some of that.
Cool. We'll say that through your adventuring, you guys have each amassed at least 100 gold, so you can each get 1 dose of Deathcap powder.
Yes.
Dope.
Putting it in my items.
Each of the little bottles with the powder inside comes with a little label, and it's a little drawing of a mushroom, but the mushroom cap is in the shape of a skull. That's not part of it. I just made that up because it sounded cute.
That sounds
I
awesome.
love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
I sort of like we exchange a business transaction. I go, oh, thank very much. By the way, your little terrarium there. If you occasionally put it in the sun, and I know it sounds a bit weird, in the sun very occasionally, north facing if possible, just for like a couple of hours, it really brings the growth out.
You will be glad to know that I take it outside once a day.
And Drummer's just like speechless at this, and it's just like,
The mental image of this dude just carrying a terrarium.
Just like stand, not even
Outside.
setting it down, just standing there. I was like, yes, grow, my pretties, grow.
The fact he has to walk through a tavern.
He takes his
Also-
moss for a walk every
Oh,
day.
there goes St. Alban walking the moss again.
I do
This
feel I should
dude
stipulate
walks
as
out
well.
the kitchen.
I do feel I should also stipulate that that is not true. I did just make that one up, but the carbon offset one is true.
Yeah. To be fair, I do think they also do need a bit of sunlight, being any
Yeah.
form of plant that photosynthesizes. It probably needs sunlight. So he definitely would have to take it out at some
Oh,
point.
yeah.
Otherwise, it would be dead.
Yeah, and I literally I don't even say goodbye. I just kind of like look, and then just like turn around and nervously scurry away out the door.
Ricky
Please
gives like
return
the most,
anytime
the most,
you wish.
Ricky gives like the most childish wave. Hi.
He's still just with fingers steepled. Yes. Thank you for your custom.
Oh, this guy. I could listen to that voice and never lose entertainment value.
I'm gonna take what I've just bought from him, and make sure that it's very on view as we sort of head out. And I get a sort of wave over at Dodgy Pete, and I'm just like, see, he didn't insult Ricky.
He holds up and waves with like a bleeding hand. Wait, well, whatever. And just goes back to stabbing the table.
Oh, oh dear.
Ricky's just
Oh,
like
dear.
muttering to himself as quietly as he can on the way out. Just like, fucker.
Language, Ricky.
So, as a reminder, Shaggy is still just following Andromeda around.
Shaggy.
And, in fact, yeah, I'll keep controlling. You guys head back out, and you're back out in that main hallway where you could see the T-junction to the west, another door directly to your south, and... Oop, hold on. Because Andromeda is going a little bit further... Oh, I can still see
Sorry,
you
yeah,
back.
I was like, this way
No,
towards
no, I just-
the wolf.
I just have to like check what you guys can see every so often.
Yeah.
And as Shul steps forward to that point, nope, you're fine. Sorry.
Interesting. Yeah. What does the door to the south like look like? Because it looks quite big on this picture, or is it?
Yeah, it is. All the doors are scaled quite large, but that one is like heavy iron bound. Not just iron bound, but it was an iron door, heavy hinges hanging off the wall. Set into, you can see this one is like actually where most of them are just like sort of set into a timber frame. This one is also set into like an iron frame, like worked into the stone of the like set or the cave system you're in. This seems to be a very strong door intended to keep things inside.
Jack, you reckon you could get that one? Not right now.
Jack's already started walking over to him.
Maybe later. Let's go
Okay.
see your other wolf friend, Andromeda.
Sure, let's go find him. I will.
Cool. As you step around the corner, stepping into the T-junction, to your south, you see a sort of... I'm trying to find a way to describe it without just using the D&D term, but a bandit. You see just essentially like a thug-like bandit sort of stepping out through a wooden door, closing it behind him. As he looks up, he goes, "Oi! I don't recognize you. You're supposed to be down here." I'm just using the same voice. Hold on, give him a different voice.
I'm gonna just like silently step round the corner with the wolf behind me and just look at him like, You what, mate? Basically.
Well,
We have a meeting
Shaggy.
to attend.
oh, I need to find a voice for this. He's not going to last very long. Let's give him a voice anyway. Well, if Shaggy's doing... No, it's the same voice. I have 3 voices, guys. Well, if Shaggy... Shaggy's go full on sort of... Well, if Shaggy seems to like you, then you must be fine.
This guy sounds way too heroic to be a bandit.
He's even standing hands on hips.
Yeah.
And for some reason, he's wearing a short, like, cape, and it's billowing in a non-existent wind. Which would be funnier if there wasn't literally a D&D magic item called a Cape of Billowing.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
we're not particularly familiar with this this place, so maybe you can tell us a bit about where everything is. What's through that door you're next to over there?
have you not been shown the barracks yet?
No, we must have missed orientation.
Right, watch that smart mouth or you're gonna get a smack. Barracks through here. And check, what do they call it? What do they call it? Treasury's through the door to the north. Adams up to the left.
What's through those big doors just around there?
Them's the cells.
Oh, right. Who's in the cells?
I don't know, I'm not on duty, am I?
What are you?
I'm just going on shift. Gotta go shake down a couple of shops.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you better watch out. There's like some hero types wandering around.
Really? What
Yeah.
have they been doing?
Well, they've been beating people up. They've been trying to shake down shops and stuff.
Give me a... no, this isn't even a deception. You're saying what's true, so
I'm
yeah.
telling the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely the truth. He's like, right, well, I better watch myself then. Do you know where they were last seen?
I think they were last seen right about the marketplace, actually. Where all the shops are.
Might have to skirt that then. Alright, well, thanks for the warning. I've also realised this whole thing is set in Liverpool, and I just can't do a Liverpool accent, so I've just been doing West
You
Country
do
for the most part.
a really stupid Liverpool accent that's just going to go to Scotland. Yeah, there it is. Scotland.
Yeah.
The only time I can do a Liverpudlian accent is when I imitate a very specific scene, and it is from an interview with the Beatles, where the interviewer asked them if they considered Ringo to be the best drummer in the world, to which McCartney replied, "Best drummer in the world? He's not even the best drummer in the Beatles." That is the extent of my Liverpool accent. Hold on, I'm gonna try. Let's say I'm gonna push myself. Right. No, they don't say right. No, how do they say it? What is it?
Right.
We're just...
It's kind of up here. It's a little bit in the back of the throat, and it's
Kind of up here.
kind of through the nose.
Going up,
And you know,
Ryan.
it's very easy if you just kind of like high pitch slightly. It's quite
See, the
easy
problem
to say
is-
it's like Mickey because you don't pronounce
You got
certain
that.
phrases. It's like
The problem is it's too close to like a high pitch Belfast accent. Like it's a wee Belfast accent. So if I go too close into this, if I try too close into like a wee Liverpudlian one, I go a bit too close into this, which is just wee Belfast accent, like wee high pitched Belfast accent. So this is what this guy sounds like now. It's like, right, so where do you see all these hero types then? Anyway, yeah, he just sort of shuffles his way past. He goes, right, well, I guess I'm going out then. So whatever, and just sort of heads his way back out through the way you came. You do see, sort of like watching this sort of interaction but not really saying anything, is another one of these guys just sort of like who appears to be like stood guard almost up at the sort of like northern end of the T-junction as you were like follow the path round. But I've just realised you guys can't see because he's there.
Further this
go.
way.
No, that's because I had him in the wrong layer.
There. Is he a raccoon?
So I'm not gonna lie. This was just an image I found to make like a token. Don't
Yeah.
read too much into it. It's just a guy.
Oh, fair enough.
I have 3 tokens. One for bandit, thug, and what the hell was the other one? Bandit, thug, and
Severus Snape.
there was another one. I can't remember what it was. But the raccoon was so I could differentiate bandit, because apparently when I searched bandit, it just gave me rocket raccoon. so here we are.
I'm
but
gonna
yeah.
just ignore him.
Yeah, he's largely just really watching you guys. He hasn't said anything, and you realize the reason being that when you step around the corner, Shul, you're face to face with a growl so deep you can hear it in your chest. It's like lying in a massive, dirty dog bed is the biggest wolf you have ever seen. In fact, you realize it's not just a regular wolf; it is a dire wolf.
I love dire
Oh,
wolves.
Andromeda, that one's a bit bigger.
Oh yes, that's what we call a dire wolf.
As you guys speak, obviously like, looking at it, the growl goes up a register and gets louder.
Yeah. I mean,
At which point, Shaggy next to you, ears go down, tail goes down, and starts backing back down the corner.
Okay, I'll let Shaggy go. I mean, I'm not gonna get any closer, but I'll from here, I'll just attempt, while Shaggy is still within sight, to just kind of communicate like, oh look, we're friends with Shaggy, we'll be friends with you too. We're supposed to be here, kind of, like thing, like, maybe edging slightly closer, like it's okay.
Could you give me an animal handling check, please? This one is not going to be an advantage.
Okay. That is another 22.
Good God.
This is Chris
Put all my
Pratt with the
points.
Raptors.
In animal handling.
Yeah, I'm just going to see it. I pretty much have to crit on this, but I'm just going to see if it can remember
Yeah,
enough of what it's meant
yeah.
to be doing. That was a nat 1. It stands up, like, almost lumbering upward, shakes itself off. You see the body and the muscles shift, and then sort of like falling down underneath its like mane of fur around its neck. You see another similar sort of little collared name tag. This one is called Stinky.
I just sort of like edged forward like a slightly less nervous hiccup in How to Train Your Dragon with like one hand, like to sort of be like, we're friends, right? Yeah.
It gives your hand a big, and you, from the force of it, even you like, feel your hand being like pulled in towards its nose, and it doesn't lick you. It gives you one big sniff, shakes again, and then settles back down in the dog bed.
Andromeda looks slightly upset at this, but then goes, and turns around and goes, I don't think he'll hurt us. I think we're good.
My ma had one of those. I think they're not quite so out of oversized in the giant community.
I suppose they're more like a puppy for a giant.
Right, so
Ricky is fully hiding behind Jack and Iron's legs.
so the guy said that Adam was over.
So Adam's like straight ahead of us. This door next to us would be the treasury, I believe.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So we want to go in here for Adam.
Yes, unless we want to nick stuff. Might look a bit sus there.
What's this guy? The raccoon, and looks like there's another guy behind the raccoon.
Yeah, there is another guy down at the far end of the hole, directly outside of the door.
Are they doing anything, either of them, or just watching?
The guy further down, there's like a crate behind him, and he's like leaning back on the crate. The guy here at the end of the hall is just sort of like stood, arms crossed, just not really saying anything, looking bored.
Sure, we'll nod at him. And, Adam through here, right? Anything we should know?
Adam's not to be disturbed.
Why not?
Shrugs. That's what he told us. Not to be disturbed.
He told us he wanted to be disturbed because we're here to see him.
He shrugs. He's like, fortunately, I do what Adam says. Adam's not to be disturbed.
Anyone else in there?
Nope.
When we saw him upstairs, he went down the cellar with someone else, didn't he?
Nope.
No,
Is
he
it on his
went
own?
on
What,
his own.
so what you guys saw was he was
Yeah,
in
they
like the
have two
little...
keys.
Yeah, he was in like the little like atrium at the front. He came out. He was then followed by two very heavy-set men carrying a rolled-up carpet, who then left the building. And then Adam went behind the bar. The bartender and him both took out their keys, unlocked the cellar door, and then Adam climbed down, and the bartender locked it after him.
Okay, so Shul will put his hand on the door as if going to open it and be watching the raccoon.
So bearing in mind, you're at the treasury here.
Oh, is this okay?
Yeah, this is the treasury.
Adam's door is down here, past these two.
I see. Okay, I got it mixed up then. Okay, well, I guess she'll start walking towards the raccoon gentleman.
As soon as you move towards him, he puts a hand on his weapon. Doesn't say anything, but just puts his hand on his weapon and just looks at you.
There's really no need for that. We are here for a meeting after all.
Again, he shrugs. Not right now, you're not. Not till
Maybe
Adam
Adam
says
doesn't
otherwise.
want to be disturbed by you, but he wants to be disturbed by us.
No, this time he smiles. No. Adam says not to be disturbed. He's not to be disturbed. And at this point, you see the guy who's like at the back leaning against the crate stands up and just fully draws a sword.
I'm gonna look suggestively at Jack like, are you sure?
Jack is kind of looking around as if like waiting for the okay. Like you can, Jack's really excited.
All this pent-up energy.
If you like do that and like make a look to be like, are you sure? You see the one further back with the crate reaches behind him and pulls out a bell. The sort that you would have seen like watchmen carry, like all's well type things. That's something that's very loud and is going to be heard a long way away in here. And again, just shrugs.
I think you should let us go and see Adam because he wants to see us.
At this point, the guy in front of you draws his sword and says, I think at this point you're not getting the message. You have to the count of 3 to leave. 1.
Okay, she will cast Hold Person on the guy at the back.
Cool, we're gonna roll initiative.
Ricky shouts, "You're gonna fucking die!"
Ricky, the mouth on this rat! Oh.
Yeah, I decided between parts 1 and 2 that Ricky has become super violent.
Which one?
He's just a little shit.
Which one are you casting whole person on?
The one at the back with the bell.
Cool. I was like ready to be like, I cast Entangle.
Right, I'm gonna need. Where's my other one going?
I've rolled my initiative, and unfortunately, Jack's excitement is it's overwhelming. I'm gonna wait until we're announcing.
Yeah.
I don't want to just start throwing out numbers while Jordan's trying to sort things.
Yeah,
I've rolled
I'm gonna
it
write
on-
down all of these guys first.
Yeah, I've rolled it on Roll20, so it's gone straight on the turn order, so you don't have to do that.
Oh, that put that against the wrong name. That should be that one. Thug. Well, these guys have not rolled particularly well so far. Well, that's why he's maybe that guy.
Time for me to actually read what my character can do.
Yeah. I know 2 things about my character. I know I have a +11 to acrobatics and a 55-foot movement speed.
Hey! I'm like,
When I actually get to them, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. I'm like, I know individually
You're
the
gonna get
things that I
there.
can do. I just don't know
Yeah, I'm
what
gonna
they
get
do.
there. Yeah.
Okay, Jack of Irons.
I got a 3.
Ooh. Shul
18.
and Ricky.
13.
Fuck that lamp's hot. I wasn't realising to roll for these 2. 12.
Oh, I don't even have to write down everyone's initiative. The order's all there.
Oh, I just done that in the wrong. I have. It should be in that one. Lovely. And then was it a really cool thing? It sorts it. There we go. So we're gonna say should funnily enough ending at the top of the order anyway. There's no surprise round because they fully had weapons drawn and were expecting a fight. But you do get to cast Hold Person first, so you're aiming for the one at the back.
Yep.
Cool. So that is gonna be. God, this is gonna be another. I know. I can already see how this night's gonna go. That is a 5.
Yeah, that's not going to pass.
No. So he is going to be currently held. Lovely. Cool. Do you want to take any movement? Do anything else?
Sure, we'll move around to the back of the raccoon person.
Cool. And at the end of your turn?
All right.
Yeah. So sorry, is that the end of your turn? Yeah. Cool. Andromeda.
I think I'm going to wild shape.
Ooh.
I'm a Circle of Stars druid, however, so I'm gonna do that. Just randomly become stars. That's great. Wait, well, give me a sec. I didn't have it up. There it is. I am choosing the archer form, so I'm basically the constellation of an archer now.
Nice.
Just wandering around, so. I'm emitting bright light in a 10-foot radius and dim light for an additional 10 feet, if that's helpful to anyone. But I can now, when you activate this form, okay, so I'll do it in a minute, I can make a ranged spell attack to hurl a luminous arrow that targets a creature within 60 feet. So I'll do that now. I'm going to go for...
you can just about hit both of them
I could
where
hit
you're
the
standing.
guy at the back. I'm going to hit the guy at the back then.
Cool.
You're going to do a full-on wanted curving shot.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't roll very well at all. What am I adding? Range.
Well, he is held, so I'm pretty sure you get the attack at advantage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll roll again then. So that was better. That's 18 to hit.
And 18 is going to hit.
Yes. So he's going to take 1d8 plus my wisdom, which is 3 plus 5 is an 8.
Hit damage.
8 points of what damage? Radiant damage from a luminous arrow. So Andromeda literally just like turns into stars and then like pulls back an arrow and shoots this like green sparkly arrow at the guy at the back.
Yeah, so that arrow flashes past you, Shul, strikes this currently frozen guy who's like half reaching behind him for a bell, half drawing his sword. He's just like, you just see his eyes widen as it comes, no, and it just strikes him full in the chest, and he can do nothing about it.
So that's
I
my
just
bonus
realised
action.
I've got twin spell meta magic selected. I could have done both of them.
Oh no!
Would you like to have? No, I don't like punishing players because they've forgotten something their character would know. Would you want to make a roll for the second one?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Cool.
Absolutely.
That's fine, because that was an 18. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Fair enough.
We did. It's fine. The timelines are fine. Nothing happens.
So good. So that was my bonus action. So what I would like to do with my action is cast a cantrip. Wait, can I cast a cantrip as a wild shape? I'm not sure. The starry form doesn't... I don't think I can do that. I can't cast spells in wild shape, can I?
I think generally it just depends on the form you're in. I don't know if it's Circles of the Stars Druid.
Yeah, I don't know much about Circle of Stars.
So it doesn't say anything about... The only thing it says is you retain your game statistics, which isn't like exactly the same as a normal wild shape, but it doesn't say anything about spells, so I'm assuming that means normal rules apply, which is no casting spells. So in that case, I'm not going to do that, and instead, I'm going to run up to the guy in front of us. I'm going to go, oh, hello, sir, and I'm going to take a little swipe with my scimitar. Which will be a... Ooh, a nat 20 for a
Woof,
25 to hit. How exciting! What are your rules for crits? So you use
Roll the damage
dice
times
or
twice.
just Cool.
I just do roll damage twice. And just from a quick cursory Google, apparently you can still spellcast in starry form.
Oh, you can. Yeah.
Apparently.
Cool. I'll do it next time then. I just rolled 2 d8s because I got really excited, and also because I was playing my Star Wars D&D game last night, and I always do a d8, but it's actually a d6. Okay, that is 8 points of slashing damage. Do you usually add your strength to that damage? Is that a thing?
Depends. You have to remember. Sorry, I was half reading, half listening. What are you attacking them with?
Just my scimitar, just a normal
Then
attack.
I believe a scimitar is a versatile weapon, so I think you can use dex on it.
Okay, well they're both the same. So yeah, so that would be 8 plus 2 for 10.
Oh, cool. So even if I'm wrong, it's irrelevant, which is always useful. Wow, okay, he is not happy about that. You rush forward, having blasted your starry arrow. Oh, and for the record, according to Google, your starry form isn't actually a wild shape. It expands a use of your wild shape, but it's not technically a wild shape. It is an ability. Anyway, you rush forward, having casted your magical arrow. You quickly draw out a sword and rush forward and slash across the bandit's chest, and it is just blood everywhere as you just cut him from belly to knee of. Head, belly to knee? Whatever, you cut him.
Same place.
Yeah, that's why I stopped. I was like, belly to knee?
It's like keyhole surgery.
Yeah, it turns out you just cut him across the middle, belly to knee, if that was all you did. And yeah, it's a lot of. He's very badly hurt.
Nice.
Is that everything for your turn?
Yeah, I just like catch Shul's eye on the other side, and I'm like,
That's life. Or not much of it. Okay, so. So far, like that was a bit of noise, but it wasn't super loud. So, some people who may or may not be in another room wouldn't have reacted yet. So in that case, it is now Ricky's turn.
I've just counted it out, and I think with 55 feet of movement, I can make it to the guy at the back.
So, fun little tool when you use the measuring tool. If you right click,
oh yeah,
it creates a path.
Oh,
I always forget you can do that.
I mean,
you can make
I don't know if it still exists. What you used to be able to do, and I can't remember what it was either if you held Control or Shift or Alt, you could actually mark it out and then make your token move on the path you marked out.
Yes,
I don't remember how to do it.
Me neither.
So I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna stop at the top bit just above the raccoon guy, and
Yep.
I'm gonna make one attack against him. Let me just roll. Yeah, I'll attack him with my quarterstaff.
Cool.
That is a nat 1.
Well, strangely enough, that's gonna miss.
Hey, I
Yep.
got the nat 20, so we have to trade it off somehow.
Balance. Yeah.
Can I just get a dexterity saving throw, please?
You sure can.
I don't do like injuries and stuff from natty ones, but sometimes I do something to annoy you.
Okay, that's a little better. That is a 26.
Cool. As you rush forward, you go to swing the quarterstaff, and as you're like moving, you don't account for like the rocky wall is quite uneven. At one point, it does protrude quite a bit, and as you go to spin round with the quarterstaff, what actually happens is your quarterstaff clips it, and if it weren't for having such tight grip on the end of the staff, it actually would have fallen completely into your grasp. But you managed to catch a hold of it, but it does cause you to judder and sort of miss the swing completely.
Sweet. Well, apparently with the mobile feat, if I make a melee attack against someone, whether I hit or miss, I don't provoke opportunity attacks from them. So I am going to take the loss on the chin, and I'm going to carry on running to the guy at the back.
Oh wait, you had a... No, because he wasn't restrained. Never mind, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say. I will just move myself over. Sweet. And I'm going to attack this guy. I get advantage, right? Because he's...
Yes, he is currently restrained.
Yeah. That is a 26 to hit.
Strangely enough, that hits.
You never want to assume.
Because that makes an ass out of you and Umi.
Thank you. Thank you. That is 8 points of damage.
Lovely.
And I'm going to... Yeah, I'll do Flurry of Blows as well. So I will make 2 more unarmed attacks. That's first one's a 25 to hit, and the
Definitely
second
gonna
one is a 27 to hit. God damn, Ricky.
Ricky really has got bloodthirsty, hey?
I'll roll 2d4.
He's all that pent up rage. Why will nobody like me?
It's because Petey was being so mean to him.
Yeah. It fully is that. I think if he'd not seen the bell, he would fully just be screaming at this guy while he wails on him. That's 15 points of damage from those 2 attacks.
Woof. So it's gonna be... Yeah, you rush forward, quarterstaff in hand, slam him once upside the head, and if he wasn't completely restrained by the magic, he would have reeled, at which point you would have had a brilliant opening to punch him in the stomach. So you just punch him in the stomach anyway, and you see him, but he can't do anything about it. Everything for your turn? I believe that's movement and bonus actions.
Movement action, yeah. I'm all good.
Cool. The dire wolf in the corner stands up.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh.
This blood-curdling howl erupts through the hall, and it is going to rush the person who betrayed its trust. Andromeda.
Yeah. Yeah.
How dare you? It thought you were friends. That's a natural 20, unfortunately.
Oh.
I mean, it is still a dire wolf, and you guys are level 8. I can't imagine this is going to be too much to worry about. Well, okay, maybe I lied. 11, 12, 16, plus 3, 19 damage. I need a strength saving throw, please.
Oh, I don't think I'm amazing at those, but we'll give it a try. Well, I rolled a 6, so I don't think it's going to be much more than that. 8.
Cool, you are knocked prone.
Ah!
Yeah.
How dare it.
Give me a symbol for pro. That one will do. You're
That's
currently
what I was
prone.
looking for. You beat me to it.
It begins savaging you as it knocks you down, the weight bearing you to the floor.
I just,
Then
it sounds
on.
really weird coming out of a, weird starry archer now, but I'm just gonna, hiss at it, basically.
I thought you were just gonna. I think you were just swear at it.
Oh. I do animal swear.
Yeah. Swearing
yeah,
like
just
the most northern accent you can do.
Hiss.
Yes.
So then the bandit in front of you, seeing the opportunity of you being knocked to the floor, is going to make an attack at advantage. Okay, that is going to be a unnatural 20 to hit.
Yeah, that.
Jesus Christ!
That is
I
going to
have
be
a very low
6,
armor class.
6 slashing damage. And then can he? How far can he go?
Just checking I don't have to do concentration for the starry form. I don't think I do.
You shouldn't if it's a wild shape thing. Okay.
Just checking because it's very different to the normal one.
The door at the bottom of the hall slams open, and you hear footsteps running towards you.
This is fine.
Then it's the wolf's turn. The wolf, the regular wolf, is torn.
Shaggy.
He doesn't quite know what to do. He's friends with Andromeda, but he does see his big brother Stinky going at it with Andromeda, so he's going to take action, but he's going to temper his action, and he's going to try and go for Jack in Irons. He is going to get Pack Tactics. That's going to be a 16. Does that hit your armor class? I don't think it does.
No.
You're essentially wearing chainmail, aren't you? Cool. It does nothing then. Then it is the veteran's turn. I'm just giving you all the names of the people I'm using. One is currently held. But, as you'll be shocked to know, or to learn, more of them appear. Where's the other one? There he is, under him. More of them appear and start running down the hall towards you all. Then it's Jack and Iron's turn.
Ooh, choices. Many choices. Okay, Andromeda's not looking great. And there's a bunch of people running my way. Alright. Let me... I'm just trying to remember how something works. Because I'm trying to remember how many times I can do a thing before. Where does it say? Panic. Okay, no, I can only do those things once per short rest, so I will save them. Because I assume there's going to be more fight when we get to Adam, so I don't want to burn all my stuff up too early. So, yeah, you know what? What am I gonna do? I'm going to attempt to yeet my chain at this dire wolf and start trying to pull it away from everyone.
Okay.
So let's go. It's not a great roll. That is a time to do math. A 15 to hit.
15 hits the natural armor of the
Oh
dire
hell
wolf.
yeah! I rolled a 7. Let's do damage first before I have to start doing other thinking. So, I think it's just D8. Yeah, D8. Boom. Ooh, that's a good number. It's the same as I just rolled on my actual die. So 7 plus 5. That's 12. That's how math works, correct? So
Yes.
12 damage, and then I'm gonna start pulling the direwolf away.
Cool. Which direction are you going?
You know what? I'm just gonna walk towards everyone else, as in the other enemies. I'm gonna walk 10 feet this way.
Okay, so first of all, we're going to have to make a contested strength check, which you're probably going to win. Oh, let's find out. Yeah, you're probably going to win this.
18.
Yeah, that was a 7. You start pulling the dire wolf. Now, bearing in mind, if you move the full 10 feet, you're going to get an opportunity attack from the wolf.
Yeah, go for it. Jack is more worried about pulling this damn wolf off of everyone else.
That is going to be a 18 to hit.
Doesn't.
Damn, god damn your armor class. But
Heck
yeah,
yeah.
it just sort of like nips at you, like catching its teeth in the chains and being I'm stuck. But yeah, you manage to put 5. It's gonna have to squeeze in next to the wall there. Yeah, you pull it down, squeezing it next to the wall.
And if it is possible, can I use my extra attack to just punch this guy next to me in the head?
Yeah, I think we discussed this before the game. I think as long as it's an unarmed strike, yeah, you're fine to do that. So this guy rushes down the hall, sort of skids to a stop in front of you, and then you start walking towards him, and then just try to punch him in the head.
That is a 26 to hit.
You don't try, you punch him in the head.
For 8 damage.
God damn. Yeah, the guy starts running towards you, and you used to start chain wraps around the direwolf, and you just sling it over your shoulder and just start like walking to him, like the direwolf digging its claws into the ground, being pulled away like a cat, and you just trudge down the hallway towards this guy who like skids and comes to a halt in front of you, like, what the fuck? Bang! Punch square in the face, and he's left sort of railing there. That said, that is us back at the top of the order, and I've realised the time now, and I think one round into combat is probably the best time to take a bio break.
The tension.
Ooh. So yeah, we're going to have a quick break, and we will be back soon for you guys. Hello, welcome back. I hope everyone's suitably refreshed. I know I am. Unfortunately, we left off in the middle of combat, so let's get right back into it. We are back to the top of the order with Shul.
Okay. So Shul will look over his shoulder at Ricky. Ricky, I assume you've got that one handled over there, so I'm going to let go of him now, but he's all yours. And then he'll turn back around and look over to the dire wolf, the wolf, and the other bloke that's next to Jack. Like,
Yep.
Jack, maybe don't move around too much. He casts Stinking Cloud.
Oh, okay. What is the dimensions for that?
That is a 20-foot radius. And I want to cast it in a way that it will catch the 3 people next to Jack, but not Jack. Oh wait, radius. Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
20-foot
Oh, no.
radius.
Oh, damn, I was thinking
no.
diameter. Okay, no. That's... Oh.
I mean, if you do that, you can get them, but not you guys.
Alright,
Oh, not
I'll
that.
take it.
Jack, hold your breath.
Can I? I'm trying to figure out if there's a way to. How do I move these? Can I move these? Or is it just gonna? Okay.
So this creates a 20-foot radius sphere of yellow, nauseating gas centered on a point within range. The cloud spreads around corners and the area is heavily obscured. The cloud lingers in the air for the duration. Each creature that is completely within the cloud at the start of its turn must make a con saving throw against poison. On a failed save, the creature spends its action that turn retching and reeling. Creatures that don't need to breathe or are immune to poison automatically succeed on the saving throw.
Cool. Does that look about right for what you're expecting here?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Then I will just. Why has that done that? You're supposed to draw a circle. Aren't you drawing a circle? There we go. Ellipse. That would be why. There's a slightly more permanent version. Oh god, pick up the circle. I swear to god. This is the one thing that still really irritates me about Roll20 is when you draw one of these, it is like so hard to like pick them up again.
Yeah.
So it's a little late, it's after the fact. What you could do is if you just slap down a token and give it an aura of 20 feet, and then you can move the token around.
Well.
It's just more effort though, isn't it?
Could have done that with my potato.
In it!
What has got? You guys all. Nothing has changed on your screen there. How you all guys look like you're in the same position.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh no, Jack and
Nope.
the people have moved to the right one square.
There
yeah.
we go.
Oh
There we
no.
are. There we are.
That was so disconcerting when I actually saw it move. I was like, whoa!
The world has moved.
What is going? What have I done?
You're moving the
Broken
map,
everything.
I think.
Yeah, but that should be on a different layer.
Interesting.
What is happening?
Earthquake.
Use VTTs, they said. It'll be easy, they said.
Does that look correct to everyone now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Yeah.
don't know what happened there, but for some reason I was just constantly moving the map even though I was not on the map layer. That was weird. Cool. Right. So the stinking cloud effect only takes effect at the start of their turn, correct?
Yep.
Okay, remind me when I tell you it's one of their turns, so I
Okay.
know what I'm doing. Are you doing anything else on your turn?
And the guy that I was hold personing is no longer held.
Cool.
'Cause it's his
He is
concentration.
feeling unwanted. and like he's just been dumped. Cool.
Well, Ricky wants him. Ricky really wants him.
I was so tempted to do stunning strike last turn as well, and I really wish I had.
He looks down and there's just Ricky like frothing at the mouth, like with rabies. Is that everything for Shul?
Yeah.
Excellent. Andromeda.
Okay, as Andromeda's on the floor, so I'm gonna get up. But as I do, a flaming sword appears in Andromeda's hand, and I'm gonna cast Flame Blade, and I'm gonna stab up at this guy as I'm getting up. Where did I put the spell? There it is. So it's pretty much the same. In fact, it literally says the blade is similar in size and shape to a scimitar. So she's basically doing the same thing, except it's on fire now.
One in each hand.
Okay, that is 7 plus 8 is 15 to hit.
15 is going to hit.
Yes, it takes 3d6 fire damage.
Hey, guess who has 1 health and you shouldn't bother rolling?
Never mind. I get to keep this. It's fine.
That guy.
Cool. Yeah, he's on fire now, I guess.
Well, was very briefly on fire.
Yeah.
You summon this flaming sword. You also realize he is still bleeding very heavily from where you cut him last time, and you just sort of like...
Cauterize the wound.
Yeah. Don't worry, I've got that for you. Dead.
Stand up
Anything
and
else?
I'm like, it could have just let me through. And then I'm going to move. I can only move 15 feet, so that's about here. I'm going to move towards here. And then I'm going to shoot this guy again with my starry arrow.
Cool.
That will be another spell attack. Ooh, which is a 26.
That's going to hit.
That's a nice one. And the starry arrow. I know I've already done it, but I can't
Pew, pew,
remember.
pew.
1d8 plus wisdom. I've rolled a 1 on the die, so that is 6 points of damage.
Okay,
Radiant
it's not
damage.
bad. Look out, it's a ray gun. Pew pew. Okay, cool. Stay where you are. Well, you've moved your 15
yeah,
feet, so
I've
that'll
moved
be
as far as I can.
cool. That'll be
that's
everything for
me.
that then. Cool.
So I've
There
got
are
an arrow of like stars in one hand, like a bow, and like and a flaming blade in the other.
what you guys cannot see is more people running, and then you hear 2 voices. Oi! What's going on in there? And then you hear from inside the stink cloud.
I do like to think that because Shul shouted to Ricky and asked if he'd got this guy handled, I just look over my shoulder, and from what I can see on Roll20, it's only just creeping out around the corner.
Yeah.
So Shul essentially to Ricky has just moved away and farted.
Don't worry, I've got this.
He is a giant, I guess.
Cool. There are none of that kind in there, so then it is Ricky's turn.
Amazing. Ricky's gonna carry on working this guy. I will roll for an attack with my quarterstaff. That is a 13 to hit.
13 is not going to hit, unfortunately.
I did not think so. In which case, I will roll again.
I've also just realised, because with the new tools, I'm pretty sure I can actually make a one-way wall. I'm not sure if that worked or not.
I can no longer see any of the people in that
Yeah,
cloud.
Then
it's
it
just all
works.
hidden.
Oh,
So now I've made it one way though, so if you're inside you can see what's outside, which I'm pretty sure actually I just made a wall. There we go. That's a wall. Now you can't see what's inside and people inside can't see what's out. Just to make life
Technically,
more
people on the
difficult
inside
for our
should be able to see
camera.
anything.
Yeah, but
That's a bit
don't
more
make
boring.
don't make my
I
life
think
more
he might have
complicated.
blocked John from getting in there.
Oh damn it.
Oh well.
Let's just it's a one way. We'll do a one. See if a one way wall works. Can he? And if he can't get in, I can always move it in. Whoop, there we go. If you want to move out again, just push the token against the wall like you're trying to escape. Cool. Ricky.
so 13 didn't hit.
No.
How about a 14?
No, unfortunately not. You realize as you're striking at this guy, he's wearing like these heavy rugged, like heavy cloak hangover stuff, and as you're like punching him out, you couldn't see it before because of the way he was standing, even when he was like paralyzed and restrained by the magic, it wouldn't allow him to move his arms at all. Now that his arms are free, you realize that underneath he's wearing quite heavy scale mail armor, making him quite hard to hit. Sorry, splint mail armor.
Okay. We're setting that dice aside, and we're going to use Flurry of Blows again to attack twice with Unarmed Strike.
Excellent.
That's better. That's a 27 to hit.
That hits,
and,
yeah.
And a 25 to hit.
2
We
hits, roll some damage.
We know which dice we're using from now on. So.
No.
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage, lovely. Math. Cool. And that everything for your turn then?
Yeah, that's all.
Cool. Direwolf's turn. Direwolf is going to attempt to lash out at Jack at Irons.
It has to do the con save first.
Oh yes, con save. Thank you. That did tell you to remind me.
Yep.
That is an 18.
Oh, that passes.
Yeah. So he's fine. So he's not even going to bother trying to rush out of the cloud. He's going to try and attack because he's still technically also grappled. So he's just going to go for Jack. So hold on. I'm not rolling an advantage. So weird rule, and I'm sure most of you guys know this, but for any of our viewers out there who aren't aware of this, D&D has this weird rule where if you can't see your enemy, you attack at disadvantage. If your enemy can't see you, you attack at advantage. So whenever you attack someone in pure darkness, provided you know exactly where they are, you just roll a normal attack die. Weird.
How about if I use Restore Balance to cancel out the advantage?
Is that a... Do you have to see something to target it with that, though?
Oh...
Good question.
As a reaction... creature I can see, yeah.
Also, irrelevant, he missed.
Okay, good. I did not waste anything.
No, that's why I was going to ask you. I was going to say, well, maybe wait and find out if he hits or not. But yeah, so that was a miss. So that is the bandit's turn. So this is another bandit that's going to have to make a con save. That one was only a 5. So there is like, when there's a stinking cloud sort of filled the space, there was like coughing and gagging. All of a sudden you just hear one of them and just like fully start like viscerally throwing up. What is this? And just viscerally and horribly just throwing up in the middle of this stinking cloud.
Does vomit become
Difficult terrain.
difficult terrain? That's the one.
No, but he is now very uncomfortable as it's now coating the front of his clothes. Then it is regular wolf. Let's give him a roll. God damn, that's a natural 1. You're starting to hear that horrible, like, that dog vomiting sort of...
Oh god, this is a horrible stream. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, unsubscribe.
This is the kind of ASMR I'm into.
It's got to be somebody.
So there are 3 of these guys left. So one is going to attack Ricky. Oh hey, this guy gets multi-attack. Well, that is going to be a 12 and a 19. I'm going to say it's Stab in the Dark, so the 12 doesn't hit.
12 doesn't hit.
Okay, cool. But I'm going to assume the 19 does.
Sure does.
So you are going to take... Oh, no, wrong die. He's attacking with both hands. That is going to be a total of 9 slashing damage as he finally fully draws his long sword in both hands and goes snicker snack at you, but manages to only hit once. Now for the 2 in the stinking cloud. Nat 20 and a 12. So the nat 20 is going to succeed, the 12 is not. In fact, I should be marking which of these guys failed, just so I don't forget. So the one who succeeds, because that was the die at the top, is going to be the one next to Jack, who's also going to make 2 attacks. Actually, he's not a big dumb wolf. He's going to get out of the stinking cloud since he can move. So, Jack, you can make a opportunity attack at disadvantage if you would like.
I'm going to hold on to my reaction, because I might need it.
Cool. He's going to rush
out. I think it's your
out.
turn next.
Oh, hello.
Possibly.
I mean, so I'm not 100% how this would work. So if I was to use a reaction here, the moment it becomes my turn, does my reaction
It
get
resets.
replenished?
Yeah. Your reaction
cool.
runs
Yeah,
from
that's
your
fine.
turn to your turn.
Yeah.
And I'll use the Restore Balance to cancel out your disadvantage.
Okay, bearing in mind you're still grappling the wolf, so it is on our
Oh, I can't because I can't see you anyway. Oh, fuck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm proficient with unarmed strikes.
Yeah, so you're rolling at disadvantage because you're blind.
15.
A 15 does not hit. Again, as this guy runs past you, you do manage to strike him, but you hear a thunk as you hit his splint mail armor. And he sort of bustles on through the smoke. He's going to rush out, and he's going to make a quick assessment and go for the one. Is Stinking Cloud concentration?
It is.
So I'm going to make him make a check to see if he can work out which of you two is the one casting the spell. just to see how
If he knows anything about magic, the fact that I have a flame blade going would make him go, ah.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
does he know enough to? I'm pretty sure Flame Blade is also a concentration spell.
It is.
So does he know enough about magic to know that you could not be the one casting Stinking
Yes,
Cloud?
that's
Let's find
what I
out.
was getting at, yeah.
Let's find out. Because he only has a +0.
It could just be a really cool flaming sword that she
I
always
could
has.
just have a fire sword. To be fair.
Unfortunately, he did roll a 17. So he's going to work it out. And he's going to go for Shul. And he's going to attack you twice.
Okay.
So that, god damn it. That's going to be a 9 and a 15.
Okay, I will cast Shield as a reaction.
God damn it. Okay. Then they don't hit. That's very annoying for me.
Shield isn't concentration, right?
Nope.
Oh, no.
Good.
It's an instantaneous spell. Right, in which case, Jack, it is your turn.
Alright, let's...
Con save
what's the
first.
Yeah. What do I need to hit?
17.
Oh, it's a 19. So...
Oh, you're fine.
Okay, now, I can't see what I'm doing here.
Nope.
So, I'm just going to mark out, so I can go to this square. I think there's a square here. Then there. And that will get me out, correct?
So
Is
that...
doable?
Oh, you're in the
Yeah.
wall. Hold on, that's why you can't see. Hold on, let me just... oh, hold on, what's happening there? Why can't you see anything
Oh,
there?
not again.
No, your vision has got... I'm sorry, I'm just moving the camera now. Your vision seems to have gone all weird.
It's all that stink in his eyes.
Yeah.
Why has that happened? Something is broken.
So, I don't know how.
Nice.
There's a wall here. That's created like a quarter circle.
Yeah, and I don't... I'm just moving you outside.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm just moving you outside for a second to see what... And if I move you back inside, is it... No, that's weird. You've just got a weird, like, vision block there. Huh. I mean, I'm just going to delete this, because I thought this was going to be cool, so we could have, like, a vision... I can't pick up the bloody wall now. This is why I don't normally, like... I normally do, like, just theater of the mind for this reason. Maps are cool, but then when you try to be fancy with them, they break. There we go. Vision's back for everyone. So yeah, you would know that you couldn't move through that square because there's a bloody wolf there. So there you go.
Yeah, you're
I say you wouldn't
trapped.
know. You kind of do that thing. You like put your hands out and then wolf.
So what I'm curious is, can I move there diagonally? Is
Yes.
that possible? Or is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
too small of a space? Okay,
No,
so
no,
I
you
get
can-
to-
Yeah.
I can do that. Wonderful.
Yep, absolutely. But you will be taking 2 opportunity attacks at disadvantage.
Go for it. Try and hit me.
The confidence
the
of this man.
Well, the first one is an unnatural 20. And the second
Okay.
one is a 19.
All right, I cast shield. My AC is 25. Get fucked.
Do you know shield?
Yes.
What?
Hexblade.
The fuck?
Oh.
Nice.
That's wild.
Fine.
never
See
hitting
why
this
I'm
man.
confident?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say that is the confidence of a
Fine.
large man with shield.
But also, your normal AC is 20.
Yeah.
Yup.
Wow.
God damn it.
Just in case, I had shield.
Oh, God damn it. Okay, yeah, you can take the rest of your turn.
Okay, so here, who looks like they're in a slightly worse situation, Ricky or everyone else?
As far, well, just metagaming, I'm pretty sure Andromeda's the only one who's lost health.
Yeah. I'm on like...
Oh no,
I
Ricky
lost a
got
bit.
1 hit. Ricky got
Yeah.
1 hit. Yeah.
We've got to keep the cloud up. So maybe get this guy right here.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to think where's the best place to position myself.
I do love that,
position
like, all
myself
of this is going on,
there.
and then we've just got one guy being attacked by a small little rat man. Like,
And he's probably
Ricky's
the most
fighting for his
terrified.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy, the
Ricky's
the most
1v1ing.
terrified.
Yeah.
So
Ricky,
from
like full on anime ran towards him on the first turn, and he's gone full Dragon Ball Z.
but instead of blonde hair and energy levels, you're just like spitting foam at him.
That's the way.
Okay, so from where I am, I'm going to use a superiority die. I'm going to lunging strike this fellow in front of me, so I can stay on the perimeter of this cloud. So
Cool.
let's give him a punch. That is a 22 to hit.
22, that's gonna hit, yep.
Dealing.
Oh, I totally forgot. Oh no, he was only came out. Sorry. How much, sorry?
8 plus 5. Math.
13.
I forgot math. 13, yes, 13 damage.
Cool. And anything
How's he
else?
looking?
Still alive.
Yeah, I'll hit him again. 23 to hit
23 also hits.
for 14 plus 5, 19 damage.
Oh, bloody hell. No, I'm having to math. Yeah. Yeah, okay. He's looking a lot worse off, but still alive.
Do I waste action? No.
You get the impression that these guys with like the splint mail are a bit beefier. These appear to be the muscle of the group.
I've just wasted 2 superiority die on this guy. I'm gonna leave it there.
Fair enough. So
Punching him in the head from afar.
somehow. Cool. Shul, you're up.
Decisions. I think. I mean, obviously, I'm not. I've got so many concentration spells. Why have I got so many concentration spells? I think I'm. This guy's already been hit a bit by Jack here, so I think I'm just going to go
Just a
for
little bit.
something relatively slow and go for. Let's do infestation.
Ooh.
I love that spell.
Yeah. So that is the con save again. DC 17.
Con save. That's a 10, unfortunately.
Okay. Get my dice. Alright. 2d6 poison damage. And move 5 feet in a random direction.
Oh.
That is 6 damage.
Okay. Do you want to roll a D8 or shall I?
Yeah, you can roll it.
Cool. D8. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, D8, that makes sense. D8.
This is great. Hopefully they'll
Hope he
move
gets moved
away.
next to Jack.
1. I was just doing this clock sort of symbols, except instead of it being... he's going to move up. He's going to move up 1. Get rid of that dead guy. So he moves in front of Shul.
Just stands on top of the body of his comrade.
Yeah,
Just like kicks it out of the way. Ugh.
I was really hoping he'd move away so we'd have 2 opportunity
It would be
attacks.
great if he was.
Yeah.
Oh, it's forced
So-
movement, so that wouldn't.
Yeah, I was going to say, unfortunately, opportunity
Oh,
attacks
yeah,
only
but
be triggered
he's
by
next to Jack.
optional movement. Yeah. Yeah, he was getting infested with these like, bugs crawlers. Ah! And he was like jumps to the side to try and get rid of them. Ah! And anything else?
No, I don't think so. I think that's it.
Cool. Andromeda. The guy's
So-
still alive somehow.
I made a mistake with Flame Blade last time. It's supposed to
Flame
be you evoke it as a bonus action and then you attack with an action.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you're happy, I'll just not have a bonus action this round.
No,
to
just
make
fine.
up
Do
for it.
whatever.
So
We
I
have
will
45 minutes. Let's kill these guys.
Fair enough. I will just stab the guy with my flame blade. Oh. That is 21.
That's going to hit.
Okay, and I've got too many tabs open. There's the 3d6 again. I rolled 2 1s. That is 5, 6, 7 fire damage.
Luckily, he only had 5 health left. So as this guy jumps to the side, covered in bugs, you whip around with the flame blade and just lick it across his back. And him and several of the bugs go up in flames. And there's 2 slightly smouldering corpses on the ground.
Fantastic.
Any movement?
In that case, I would like to move. I can't really go like that. That would go through the wall, wouldn't it?
I mean, you can still come. You've got 30 feet. You can still move up to here.
Yeah, I just don't. I would rather not be within opportunity attack of this dude, but I think I'm not going to have a choice, so I'm just.
Oh no,
because
because with the way the ground is shaped, you could like move up to this square, step to this one diagonally, and then come across to there.
Cool.
So
I want to be by the door then, and as I'm running to the door, so like within the movement or maybe just before I move, I'm gonna use that bonus action arrow to try and shoot the door open.
Okay.
Just because why not? Let's
By all
get
means,
Adam
make me an
involved.
attack.
Nothing can go wrong. Okay. That's 13.
13 is not enough to break the AC of this door, because as you get close, you see this is an imposing, heavy wooden door made of yew with reinforced steel across it. There's appears to be what looks like a complex locking mechanism, sort of keeping it shut. You suspect this is again sort of set into these iron-bound frame. This is a door that's not only there for security but also for keeping sound in or out. But yeah, you rush forward, loose this magic arrow, but the magic just shatters upon the heavy studs of the door.
We should have grabbed that key.
But it is made of wood. Good to know.
Interesting.
Oh no.
Kind of worried. Okay, cool. End of your turn.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Cool. And then it's these guys. So there's none of them currently in the fog, the smoke cloud, or the stinking cloud, but they had to hear combat, and they have a movement of. Ooh, enough. Whoop. Whoop. I'm pretty sure. Just remind me of the wording of the spell, Ben.
Yeah, you have to
when they
start in
start. Cool.
Yeah.
They just rush. They rush through, sort of pulling their clothes up around their mouths, and they burst out the other side, running almost directly into the back of Jack. Weapons drawn. They just don't hit the mic. They startle and
Make
are
that
just
noise.
going. Yeah. Boom. That's pretty much it. They hit Jack's back. Boom. And the two of them are going to try and attack Jack. Let's see. Your shield, I'm pretty sure, is still up, isn't it?
No, it will have gone off when my turn started because it's until your next turn. So.
Has
Oh
it
no!
been-
Because I
You've
used
not had
it.
your
Next
next
turn.
turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, yeah, it's
It's still up,
been
baby.
your turn. Yeah, so I don't think they can if they all hit natural 20s. So let's do this. Oh, to be fair, they actually make 3 attacks each, so this could be interesting.
Oh my gosh.
Miss. Those were piss poor. Come on, higher than this. Higher rolls, but not 20. That's so annoying. It's cocked between a 20 and an 8, so I'm gonna roll it. God damn it, 16. Okay, yeah, no. These guys come out and just immediately dagger in one hand, scimitar in the other, just like whirling dervishes start laying into the back of Jack, but they're just kicking up sparks off the back of these chains wrapped around his body.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, and they do very little else. Ricky.
Alright, Ricky's had enough of this guy. He's been standing there for way too long, looking very smug. Most of that
Still
time,
holding his bell.
most of that time spent paralyzed. So Ricky's going to go at this guy. That is a 17 to hit.
17 is just going to hit.
Oh. And that's quarterstaff is versatile, right? So you can do it with 2
Yes.
hands. Yeah. So that is let me see, 13 damage.
Which is enough to knock him down.
Oh, love that. Ricky just like fully screams, cracks him over the head with the quarterstaff, and then screams again.
Not even like any sort of like martial art or kung fu training. Just literally gets it in both hands. Bang!
Nice one, Ricky.
Yeah. Yeah. And trying to decide where I'm most needed. Is it at the door or the 2 people attacking Jack? Because I can see them, right?
Yep. I mean, if your token can see them, you can see them.
Yeah.
I mean, Jack's doing fine right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm tempted to not get involved. That functional 25 AC is real beefy, and as much as I thought I had a decent AC, I'm feeling very inadequate right now. Yeah, I'm gonna run over and I'm gonna see if I can do something with this door.
Note I haven't actually tried to open it normally.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's been open the whole time.
I just wanted to look cool.
Can I head over and try and open this door?
The door is absolutely locked.
I would love it so much if it wasn't. I'm gonna. There's no way I can break this. I'm gonna attack the door.
Cool.
Fuck it.
Roll to attack.
27 to hit.
27 hits, yeah, so you can roll some damage.
Oh, love this. 9 damage.
Cool. What are you attacking it with?
That's my quarterstaff.
Yeah, Ricky rushes forward in his speed, sort of drops low, grips the staff, and rams it forward, trying to like break it through part of the door. And as the staff pulls away, Andromeda, you stood next to you, lean in, and there's the tiniest little dent in the wood.
Oh, we can see through now. Well, nearly.
Is that everything?
That'll do me. Yeah.
Cool.
Gotta save these key points.
Cool. It is the Direwolf's turn. Let's get another roll on the con save. That is a 19 plus 2, 21.
Yeah.
He's still healthy. He's going to burst from the smoke cloud, the smoke billowing off his great direwolf body. Rush forward. You're going to go for Jack again because... yeah, no, he's going to go for Jack again. Jack's pissed him off with the chains. This time he is going to get his pack tactics advantage.
I will cancel that out.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, I will not cancel that.
I had already rolled. I rolled a 4 and an 8. It was irrelevant. Amazing. It's his turn. I believe... Oh, there's one of these guys left. They get to make a save on each of their turns, don't they? If they're in the stinking cloud.
Yeah.
Cool. He has to roll pretty high. Oh, he rolled 19 plus 1, 20. Okay, so he is no longer poisoned. He is going to rush. There's going to be a lot of people on this side of the squeezed up in here in the corner soon. He's going to rush out. He's also going to go for Jack. God damn it.
Look, my plan is working.
Natural 20.
Oh no.
I mean, I've literally rolled it on the one who does the least amount of damage.
What is the modifier
so
though? Because Jack does still have an AC of 25.
Doesn't matter. A natural 20 is an automatic success, regardless of
okay.
AC.
Yeah.
It's the same as a natural one on an attack roll is an automatic failure, regardless of what your modifiers are.
Okay.
The thing that people get wrong is a natural 20 on a skill check or saving throw means nothing. It still has to beat the DC. Cool.
Yeah, but
Now
also
we've got
rule
that
of
out of the way.
cool, so...
Rule of cool is you get to look cool while failing. That is a 6 slashing damage from the one who actually managed to land a hit. Then it is the wolf's turn. He's going to roll Piss Pur again. That is a 2 plus 1 for 3. He is still...
It's for its own good.
It is not doing well. Then it is the
Like, feed
last...
the wolves in here.
It is the last one of these guys. They're going to make a roll. God damn it! That is a 3 plus 2 for 5. He is also... just constant. Jack, we're on your turn. You are quite literally surrounded.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I can't recall shoving. I don't need anything special. I can just, like, start shoving these people into the stinking cloud, right?
You have to beat them on a grapple check, I believe.
Something like that.
Alright. So... This is getting pedantic, and I know it is, but I'm going to be a pedant. Any creature I am bigger than, I get advantage. Like, I think I either get advantage or they get disadvantage. I know I'm not technically a size category bigger, but I'm definitely bigger than these people.
So technically it is going to be a size category, but for the sake of expediency and, as you said, rule of cool, sure.
So I just checked. They get disadvantage. So
I'm just double checking. So shoving, using the attack action, you can make a special melee attack to shove a creature to either knock it prone or push it away from you. If you're able to make multiple attacks with the attack action, this attack replaces one of them. The target must be no more than one size larger than you. Instead of making an attack roll, you make a strength check contested by its strength or dexterity. So essentially it's like a grapple, but instead of grappling, you're pushing them in 5 feet in a direction.
Okay, so I would like to shove this one directly south of me. So
Cool.
Opposed strength.
Is it only a disadvantage if he makes a strength check?
Yes, they get disadvantage on grapples against me, so I don't think it matters.
Okay. Yeah, because he's going to try, and I think looking at his stats, which one is this? This is one of him. His dex is actually higher, so he's going to try and use his athletics. Oh, athletics.
Well, I have a 20. I have a 27.
Well, we'll just see how he does with his +3. That's an 18.
Respectable effort.
He goes back in the cloud.
Yeah, and then my second attack, I'd like to shove the guy to the east of me, if it's possible. Push him diagonally into the cloud.
Sure, why not? Why not? I rolled a 17 with him.
Ooh, no, I did not do good there. I only rolled a 14.
Then he stays. As you go to, you actually have one hand, just like place a hand on his like chest, the first guy, and just not even like a shove. You don't just like do that, and he's just like just being pushed back. This guy, when you go to do this, he just like ducks under your hand, and you not even realizing you've missed him, just like push your hand out, and he's like ducked beneath you.
Do I want to do anything else? I'm fairly certain that everyone's focused on hitting me and not my friends, right?
I mean, yeah, they're all pretty much around you at the minute.
Jack will like look over his shoulder to Shul and anyone else and kind of give a look of, am I good here? Do you need me over there? Just
Shul gives a big thumbs up.
and I'm going to stay perfectly still.
Cool. Sure.
Okay. So yeah, Shul will give the big thumbs up to Jack. You're doing really well.
And then he fireballs Jack.
He'll take a few steps back and then cast Charm Monster on the direwolf.
Could you read what is the target for that specifically?
So
It's probably a
it
beast.
just says creatures.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah.
So that is a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw. Because we're attacking, you have advantage, but I am going to cancel that out because I can see this creature.
Hey. So was it wisdom, was it?
Yeah, Wisdom.
Thank God. If it was intelligence, that would have been a -4. That is a 9.
Yeah, the direwolf is our friend.
Yeah.
Nobody attacked the direwolf.
Direwolf, who was at this point is still like jaw clamped around some of the chains on Jack's body, just goes, and just sort of sits down.
Good dog.
Jack pets it.
Petting is a free action. Is that everything? Is that everything for your turn?
Yeah, that's everything.
Cool. Andromeda, you're at the door.
I would like to take my flame blade and
Yep.
try and wedge it between the door where the like locks would be, and attempt to kind of cut down I'm attempting to do two things. One, because it's on fire, I'm hoping to set the door on fire anyway. But if that doesn't work, I'm hoping to melt some of the locks so that we could potentially cut through them.
So, one, these doors will be built like fire hardened in such a way that they're not going to easily catch fire unless the whole building catches fire. This not being a building, that would be very difficult. Two, we're still going to treat this as just you attacking the door.
That's fine. That's totally fine.
I will say, simply because of the way you described it, I'll let you have the attack at advantage, but you're still going to be dealing normal damage if you hit.
Okay. It's my flame blade. It's a spell attack. Ooh. Oh, wasn't great, but it's a 19.
A 19 is exactly what you need to hit.
Oh. So it takes 3d6 fire damage. Ooh. That is 9 points of fire damage.
Lovely. Cool. Is that everything for your turn?
I mean, I guess technically I still have bonus action. Don't really know what I'd do with it though, so I think we'll go with... Unless I have any spells I could cast, which I don't think there's anything useful right now, so no.
Cool. You now have put a dent and a scorch mark into the door. So first of all, I'm going to make a roll for the guy still in the stinking cloud.
Any, like, surprise element that we were hoping to have here is so dead.
Well, I did say the door is like heavy enough that it's designed just specific to keep noise in and out, so you never know. That was a 19, unfortunately, so he's going to succeed. He's going to just walk back out. Not again!
I just want to keep pushing him back.
Not again! And,
Jack's just bullying.
Yeah, pretty much. This guy's gonna see what you're doing, and he is smart enough to know that this isn't a good idea. He's gonna try and rush past you to get to Shul. Do you want to make an opportunity attack?
Yes. So,
Okay.
out of curiosity, just because it hasn't had to come up yet, obviously my chain is still stuck in the dire wolf. Is it an action or anything to unchain him?
Because it was technically just a grapple, it's just like you choose to let go of the grapple. I assumed when you moved away from it in the stink cloud that you had released the grapple, otherwise you would have been pulling it with you.
Yeah, cool. So, yeah, I'll hit him with that so he can't rush too far past me, even if he does make it.
Cool. Do you want to make an attack roll?
Math. 16?
16 hits, so he is grappled, stopped, and you can roll damage.
8.
Lovely. Unfortunately, the other one on the other side of you, as you've now used your reaction already, is just going to run past you.
Is the direwolf going to attack him?
No, because the direwolf is also friends with him. That's not how charm person works.
Damn! That's dominate.
Yeah. So he is going to rush Shul. He's going to get 3 attacks against. God damn it! Why is it every time I have to make a critical attack, I roll like shit? The highest one there is a 12, which I'm pretty sure is not going to hit you.
Yeah, 12 hits, but I'll cast shield.
Okay, cool. Bring your AC up to.
Yeah. 17.
Okay, well, he has one more attack, which is a 19. Hooray!
Okay.
Unfortunately, being his third attack, that was a dagger.
Okay. And I have to roll for concentration.
Yep. So I need to tell you what the damage is first, but I don't think it's going to be higher than 10. No, you take 4 piercing damage.
Okay.
And
I
you
do
need
manage to keep concentration.
Cool. But he is now up in your face. Then it is Ricky's turn.
Seeing that he doesn't seem to be much use going at this door, and hearing the guy run up to Shul, Ricky's going to turn around, bare his fangs again, as he holds his quarterstaff and just run at the guy. So that is 5, 10, 15 feet to get there. And we're going to open up on this guy.
Absolutely.
That is a nat 1.
Oh dear.
Oh, Ricky.
That's fine for this time. Are you want to make a multi-attack or anything?
Yes, I was waiting. I was waiting to be told to roll a saving throw.
Yeah, I don't do it every time. I just do it when it's comically valid.
Yeah, comically valid. That's much better. That's a 27 to hit.
That definitely is. I'm not gonna lie. It's because it's nearly 11 o'clock, and I'd like you to kill these guys.
Yes. That is 12 damage.
12 damage. Which these guys have 11 health. So you literally just run up to this one guy, swing the quarterstaff, and he ducks. But as he ducks, you just follow up with an uppercut as he's bringing his chin straight into your fist, and he just immediately blacks out and falls back dead.
You're very good at that, Ricky.
Thanks.
Anything else?
I will. That's my 2 attacks. I can still use Flurry of Blows, though. I am gonna take. Let me see. 5, 10, 15, 20. I can take 20 feet of movement and run over to the one that's attacking Jack.
Yep.
And I will use Flurry of Blows. Is he?
Absolutely.
Is he grappled?
He is currently
Not
grappled.
restrained.
Yeah,
Not
grapple doesn't give you
restrained.
any. Yeah.
Ah, that would have been sick as hell. That is a 17 to hit
17 still hits, so you can roll damage.
and a. My God, another nat 1.
Woof.
So the first one is 7 damage.
Cool. So he is still up. Cool. Anything else?
That'll do it.
Magic. Then it is Stinky's turn, who just starts like scratching under his chin, and doesn't do anything else because there's nobody here he needs to feel. He feels the need to fight currently. Then it
Must be very
is
confusing for him.
probably just a little bit. Bandit is going to make a single attack against Ricky. Does a it's going to unnatural 20.
Yes.
So that's going to be 7 slashing damage against Ricky as it spins with the scimitar and tries to take off your leg. Wolf, see if he can finally stop vomiting. And 18.
Oh, finally.
My boy.
But I'm pretty sure that's the end. It has to do at the end of its turn, so he rushes out and then just promptly stands there like horking up hairballs. There's one of these guys left actually. Still poisoned.
It's going to come out of the stinking cloud and see its mate is now just chilling out and think, oh, it's nap time.
That's also not how this works. Jack,
Damn it!
Are you sure?
That's what Charm Monster is, right? It's just nap time.
yeah, everyone has a nap. Jack, what do you want to do?
This guy directly to the west of me, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna punch him in the face.
Cool.
18 to hit.
18 definitely hits. You can roll damage.
7 damage.
Yeah, that guy's dead.
And then
So as he's turned to defend himself for Ricky, your fist just goes straight through the back of his head.
and this little bandit guy, how's he looking?
Uninjured.
Uninjured.
But weak.
Okay. So chain unhooks itself from the person whose head I just caved in.
Yep.
Chain this guy for a 16 to hit.
That's a hit.
Ooh. 12 damage.
Dead. Some of these guys have very little health. Yeah, you just clean this guy out.
And as a
So,
free action, I pet Stinky.
Stinky lets you. He seems to be enjoying it. Little foot starts kicking at the back. Sure.
I'm
There
hoping to
is.
charm Shaggy by showing, look, we're friends.
Yeah.
You have Stinky charmed. You can see Shaggy, and you can't see it, but you can definitely hear someone still in the stinking cloud.
Someone just puking their guts out. So Shaw will take a step over to Andromeda and take a good look at this door. And the walls next to this door, do you think that they would be considered earth?
I would say there's stone. They would have put like worked stone in around the door to make up the wall.
How about the floor?
The floor is probably like hard packed earth. Like they may have laid. Well, no, because they're like I'm sort of basing it on what the map looks like. They would have like laid some sort of like paving on top. You imagine you could probably pry one of those up easily enough to get to earth.
So yeah, where I'm going with this is I'd like to do mold earth to try and make a hole under the door.
For the sake of moving things along, and we're going to say sure. You sort of direct. I'm going to say as well, with the way things are going, we can exit combat. Just because I know that nobody wants to have to kill Shaggy. That you guys managed to convince him. That with Stinky
No.
being as soon as I say that, Ricky just immediately leaps on him.
And he's
you managed
with a
to-
flame blade.
Yeah. You manage to convince him, having shown him that you're not fighting Stinky anymore, so he stops trying to eat you. And the last guy, as you dispel Fog Cloud, is just like on all fours, like, please, please don't.
There's nothing else. It's all just bile now.
He's just like crawling, like pulling himself, like crawling back towards the barracks. I just want to. So yeah, we will exit combat and say that's all fine. I was going to delete the dead bodies off here so that we can just pretend they didn't exist.
Direwolf's got to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a suspiciously large bit of meat in its bed, which you're pretty sure what looks to be some sort of like clothing attached to it, but you don't expect that too hard. We'll say with a bit of work and a bit of team effort, you managed to pry a few of the stones out of the floor to find like packed earth, and with your mold earth, you managed to work your way underneath, finding yourself under like heavy wooden beams that make up the flooring. But with a bit of like work, you guys managed to break your way in, and then you hear, "Oi, what the fuck?"
Hello, Adam.
Hello.
Yeah, you guys peer up through a hole in the floor to see this like figure that you've seen upstairs, like scarf. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing in my floor?"
We're here for our meeting.
What fucking meeting?
Well, you know, the one where you get out of town and stop terrorizing these people.
What
Yeah,
the
that one.
fuck are you talking about? Is this conversation happening with you all in the hole, or is somebody going to try and climb out of the hole at some point? Yeah. You guys climb your. I'm going to open the door to the office so you guys can make movie tokens in if you want. But you climb your way up into what at one point was a surprisingly cozy and richly decorated office, now less so, with a massive hole in the floor. A fine green carpet, now covered in dirt, covers much of the cold stone wood floor. I said wood. And there's a desk and a chair in the corner, both very well made. A bookcase with leather-bound volumes sits against one wall, and a chest figures prominently in a corner. A ladder by the wall sits in shadows, and you spot a trapdoor above it, money pouches and papers covering the surface of his desk. The one thing that is lacking are chairs for any visitors to sit on. So yeah, as he stands in front, he's like, "You fucking expect me just to fucking leave? This is my fucking town."
I look back at the door where there's a hole in the floor and all of his like bandits are dead behind it, and go, "Yeah, actually."
Right, give me a intimidation check at advantage.
Okay. Not great at this. I think that's an 11. Double check my modifier. Yeah, that's an 11.
So fucking what? You kill a couple of my fucking men, you think that's enough to scare me off? How many men do you think there were up those fucking stairs earlier?
I do wonder exactly what it is you're trying to do here, because really you've just been shaking down the market owners and whatnot, and there's got to only be a few gold here and there out of all these people. You can't be actually making much of a business here.
What the fuck I do with my fucking gold is none of your fucking business, is it?
Just realised we're having this conversation still in the starry form, so that's fine.
Twinkle, 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 twinkle.
That's where the advantage came from.
Yeah.
Well, it's not exactly our business, really, but it's our business in as much as we were hired to stop your business. So that is our job.
He sort of leans forward, hands it. You can tell this is a man who's used to doing the intimidating and not being intimidated, and he narrows his eyes and he says, "Well, you can either fucking kill me, or you can get the fuck out of my pub."
Alright, and I'll shoot my arrow at him.
So Adam does have stats. We're not going to bother with that because it's going to be a bloodbath, because you've already killed all of the reinforcements he could have called. You do, as the fight commences, you see that the cloak he's wearing would billow out, forming these like bat-like wings, allowing him to take to the air, making the combat a little bit more difficult. But I imagine between all of your magic, ranged attacks, and chain that will just pull him to the fucking floor, it doesn't take much. And you eventually just, out of curiosity, do you kill him or do you knock him unconscious?
I would rather knock him unconscious, but whatever you guys want.
We do
Gonna
have
be
some
honest,
handy chains.
Gonna be honest, I was mostly aiming this question at Jack.
That's true.
So, fighting Adam to the point of, clearly we're going to win. I don't know if he's conscious or unconscious yet. Jack would like to open his once per day telepathic bond to communicate with Adam, and will communicate directly into Adam's mind.
Adam the Leper, we come at the behest of Mayor Dick Whittington. You have been deemed a nuisance and shall be punished. Surrender or be doomed for eternity.
Adam just like
Genuinely
head whips around.
terrifying.
Yeah, Adam's head is whipped around. Like, what the fuck?
think,
that's pretty much his reaction.
I think if anything, Ricky would have gone for the same thing as you guys, knock him unconscious, or get him to the point where we can just shove one of these death cap powder things into his mouth and he's been hallucinating the whole way back
Yes,
to
I love
the
that.
mayor's office.
So yeah, if you want to, you knock him unconscious. I will say that much happens like after the combat. After he probably like shits himself in fear. You wrap him up. How do you plan on getting him out? You're just gonna walk him out through the tavern full of wolves' head gang members?
A small part of me wants to just punch through the trapdoor and leave.
Yeah,
Boom!
which would also lead into the pub, of course.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
we've got their leader. If they
Yeah.
attack us, then we'd like have him dead. So I guess we'd have him as like hostage out of there.
We
I
also
have a
wanna
very important question.
Yeah,
Is Adam wearing a hat?
I'm going to say just based on the artwork I think we have of Adam.
He's not in the art.
I don't think he's wearing a hat, unfortunately. He's wearing a
You could take his
lanky,
cloak,
like,
though.
greasy hair.
Yeah.
He does
I
have
take
the,
his cloak and put it on.
you current- I believe you have the attuned to it, but you're currently carrying a cloak of the bat.
Oh, a flying ogre! Oh my god. I
I
would
would
also
say-
note that we'd definitely search
I mean,
the
it's
office
mostly to
for
try and
links
convince
stuff.
people I am now Adam.
Yeah, if you turn the room over, you find a money pouch containing 158 gold, the currently unlocked treasure chest containing 200 platinum, a bag of ball bearings, some dust of dryness, an ever-smoking bottle, and a leading stone, which is another custom item for this setting. There's a locked drawer of the desk, but you find a key in Adam's pocket that are assorted letters outlining current plans, as well as a forged royal seal, a bottle of very fine rum worth 200 gold, and the mantle of Arthur, which is another magic item custom to this setting, which I'm going to see if I can find the description of.
Oh, I do have another idea. We can go back to Dodgy Pete and get the bag of holding, shove Adam into that, and carry him out in that. Easy.
So the mantle of
vacuum,
Arthur,
right?
which I believe is based on an actual historic, like a sort of legend, is one of the 13 treasures of Britain, and was said to be worn by the Arthur of legend. This regal cloak, woven from the finest threads of silver and gold, is adorned with intricate patterns that depict the glory of ancient battles. When worn by a creature attuned to it, the mantle grants them the ability to become invisible. Invisibility of kings. As an action, the attuned wearer can speak the command word, which I think is Welsh, so I'm going to butcher this. Diffwirth. It means disappear in Welsh. I'm sure there's a bunch of if we have any Welsh viewers out there, tell me how wrong I was. And you can become invisible for up to 1 hour. This invisibility functions like the invisibility spell and ends early if the attacker attacks or if the wearer attacks or casts a spell. However, the mantle's connection to Arthurian legend also brings about a sense of responsibility and the weight of past glories. The mantle's abilities can only be accessed by a creature who is truly worthy of its power. If the attuned wearer ever knowingly acts against the principles of justice, loyalty, or honour, the mantle's ability are temporarily suspended for 24 hours as a symbol of Arthur's disappointment, which may be why Adam was not wearing it.
I don't think any of us can wear it either.
No.
I think Ricky should have it.
I was going to say, up until about an hour ago, maybe Ricky could have worn it, but he's a new man now.
New violent rat boy.
Yeah.
To be honest,
It's not to.
I
After you.
was gonna say we like going back to bringing Adam out. We do want to show everybody else in the tavern that they need to leave. So holding their leader hostage and being like, right, we're gonna kill him, is probably a good way of doing it.
Just have his head poking out the bag of holding.
Just as part of the plans as well, because it's again part of the overall setting, you find some letters that were discussing what the guild was attempting to do. They were instructed to gather as much wealth as possible, and they were instructed to use this wealth to do two things: to build up a mercenary army loyal to E in air quotes, and to buy or make powerful magic items, and to potentially bribe members of the noble family to their support. This is a plot, all in sort of embroiled in a plot that involves the Crown Prince, Grenion Royce, who has been missing for some time, though he's not entirely sure, although Adam, from his notes sort of scribbled down, isn't entirely sure if he is trying to gain the throne for himself or for someone he controls.
That feels like information we should pass to the mayor.
Or keep for
Absolutely.
ourselves.
Or keep for ourselves. Who's really going to take over the throne now?
So, just out of curiosity, is your plan, because obviously you do have some sneaking abilities, would you guys plan to like sneak out with him, or is your plan very much to just like step out, but touch us and we'll fucking kill him?
Yeah, I think that one.
I think that makes the most sense for us.
Cool. Would
We're
you
not
guys
subtle.
bother to try and go through the treasury, or are you just interested in leaving now?
Well, with him, might as well.
Yeah.
We got the keys and stuff.
So a little just sort of exposition, because as you guys enter into the treasury, you find it's actually defended in the main cavern. It actually opens up into a cavernous room, this underground cave with stalactites hanging from the ceiling, and a couple of gelatinous cubes roving around, keeping the place clean. Which the combat with gelatinous cubes I find is always funny, because as long as you have enough space, you can just like keep 30 feet ahead of them and attacking them. So don't even need to roll that combat. You whittle them down and find that the cave heads further into this system, and at the back you find this trove of treasure and gold. As you're sorting your way through and finding out what you find here, you're actually attacked by a bogey, which is another creature that's been statted out specifically for the setting. You guys, after a quick thinking, offer it some of the ale or the wine that Ricky was offered earlier, realising that he's just a bit thirsty. And Alehead, the bogey, is pacified with the wine that you collected earlier. And you manage to go through the treasure cache here, and you find a substantial amount of coins, gems, and jewellery. Your total being around 18,000 gold, with an additional 2,200 in various forms of gems and jewellery. You would struggle to carry this out on your own without the bag of holding. Actually, based on the weight, you would actually need 2 bags of holding to support all of it, unless you made multiple
days.
trips. Somebody has done the math here, because I wouldn't have bothered with that.
Yeah.
So I can actually carry double the average amount, like the standard amount, and I have a 20 strength. I think we're fine.
You guys sort it out. With Adam or with Jack carrying the chests of gold on his shoulders, and one of you slinging, or either slinging or just dragging Adam the leper out with you, you guys head back up into the tavern, and the place falls silent, broken only by the sound of twang, boom, as the heavy crossbow hits the wall again. You see the Chucklefuck brothers in a corner watching you all sheepishly, little thumbs up as you come out, and everyone is just in complete shock as you just brazenly walk through the tavern, gold spilling from the chests around you, Jack unconscious and groaning, dragged along behind you, and you leave the Thorny Paw Tavern before heading back to meet with Dick Whittington. On the road, you're of course, when you least suspect it, joined by Thomas. Well, it seems you have done all right for yourselves. Good job.
Well, thanks to you.
I was watching from the shadows to ensure that nothing befell you. You seem to be handling yourselves pretty well, no?
Ignore him.
Although I did notice at least one of you was knocked down by the big dog, yes?
Continue to ignore him.
You arrive back at the mayor's office, greeted warmly by Dick, who calls for the guards to come and arrest Alan the Leper officially, giving him maybe a little kick before he's carried out. And you're, of course, rewarded as promised from the city's coffers, which I do have, just because it's not fun to talk about the stuff that you could win. Here's what you could have won. You are granted... You're given the option... Oh, he's going to give you a bunch of stuff. So you get... Here's all the items that are currently in like the city's coffers. I can't remember if you were promised all of these or one of these, but there's a bunch of gold in here, silver, decorative ceremonial swords, gem of brightness, ring of jumping, scroll of protection against divination. What else is in there? Glamored, studded leather, official seals and stamps, immovable rod. Could have an immovable rod, and a valuable antique map. Dick is exceptional, just overwhelmed with joy, and a great party is thrown in your honour. The Thieves Guild, the Wolf's Head, are going to be dismantled without Adam there keeping a tight grip on them. It's just a case of going in and mopping up the lower ranks of the group. And you are all lauded as heroes of the city. How do you guys spend your time celebrating before moving on to the capital?
I mean, the way we've acted so far, maybe we spend the rest of it just murdering the rest of it.
Yeah.
You guys have the party. We've got a thieves guild to murder.
Yeah. I think if people are still looking at our party, like the townsfolk, if they're still looking at us like we're weirdos or something in the streets, Ricky's much more vocal about wanting to just beat the shit out of them. Just been like, oh yeah,
Okay.
Ricky's going to go,
I'll cut you. He's got a switchblade from somewhere.
We have a good time. Jack! I'll be back! We have a good time
I'll split your fucking face open.
and spend most of it with like Andromeda, Jack, and Shul being like, "You what?" and Shul being like, "Hold on." And
that's basically it. Yeah.
Well, you guys are Lotta's here again. You are like celebrated in the streets once the story gets out. Although, again, unfortunately, due to the curse, Ricky, you do still get that when people see you. But you are still considered heroes, and people sort of like swallow it and kind of like, "Good job." But you guys, eventually, after a couple of days' rest, you maybe learn a bit more about the city of Leerpool, get to know its inhabitants a little bit more. But eventually, you know that this isn't where your story truly ends. This is just one chapter. And you have been promised a destiny. And to find that destiny, you have to head on to the capital city of Braun. So one morning, the sun just breaking the horizon, you all set off once more to continue your story and write the next chapter and begin your next Once Upon a Time. And that's where we're going to end. Good job, guys. You did not do literally anything I expected.
What kind of TTRPG would it be?
I do love that we set the precedent of just like, yeah, we just waltz through things. We just waltz in brazenly.
I had to message Kim to be like, yeah, by the way, I put them in the tavern and they didn't speak to a single person. And she's like, yeah, that happens. So, yeah, if you guys are watching out there, and if you can hear this, you're watching. Quid pro quo, ipso facto. God, Jordan, finish the stream.
The hardest part, essentially.
Yeah. I just started talking to you guys as if like for our like when we record the podcast, I just started talking at the end there as if like I could just like hit stop and I could cut that bit. We're still on a stream. People are still watching this bit. Good God. Why? You finish the stream. If you've enjoyed this, setting and you've enjoyed the concept, keep an eye out for the Tales Were True. Like I said, you can find them on social medias, and they have a Discord running that I think is invite only, but you can get in and like, talk to Kim and the other authors and artists. I cannot wait for this to be finished officially. Like I said, I have done a little minor contribution to it. I contributed one of the subclasses for the Druid subclass, the Circle of Folktales. So it'll be super cool to see this when it comes out officially, and I hope you check it out. But until then, follow them on the social medias. So the only last thing to do now is to sign off with all of our players. So going down the list again, Chloe, who are you? What do you do? And what was your favorite part about this game? Let's put you on the spot.
Aha. Hi, I'm Chloe. I'm Chloe_ with the flow on pretty much every social media thing that there is. You'll find me somewhere. I take part in the podcast A Deck of Many Aces, which is an actual play D&D 5e podcast made with actual asexuals and aromantics. It's a lot of fun. I am a bard, and she's just my little cat lady who doesn't know what's going on most of the time. I'm also on the podcast A Rendezvous with Destiny, which is a Bite Marks actual play podcast, where we're all werewolves, and I play the gay aunt who just wants everyone to be a happy little family, please, and could they stop being individuals for a second? It's really healthy. Yeah, I also stream on Twitch, and coming out very soon is Bowie's in Spelljammer, where I play the Goblin King, as we're all playing different versions of David Bowie, but in space. And that will be on YouTube and on the Dragon Network by T4C. Which is really exciting. Yeah, my favorite part about this game, I think it's just the party dynamic. I'm not gonna lie. It was just wild. Like, it's 4 completely different characters, but yet they're immediately like, just, yeah, we're good friends. We know what each other do. And it was great.
We're good friends, and we're not going to do anything normal.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Just for the record, because I was telling somebody about Bowie's and Spelljammer, and the first response from the person I was telling I got was, one of them better have been the Goblin King. And I was like, well, good news.
Can't you tell? I'm an actor. Of course, I take the opportunity to posture.
That sounds so cool. I can't wait to see that.
What other excuse do you need to put in a cod piece?
Yeah. Plus, we all dressed up, so I had to do that makeup every week.
Oh, fun. Amazing.
I put that on myself.
Brilliant. And next on the list we have Chris. Who are you? What do you do? And what was your favorite part?
Hi, yes, thank you very much. I'm Chris. I'm part of the Adventurers Anonymous podcast, where we get together on a Thursday evening, have a few drinks, and get down with some fantasy shenanigans. We just recorded our 100th episode, where we absolutely did not underestimate and waltz into a dragon fight in a big nautical city. The shenanigans did absolutely not ensue. Everything was by the book and by the mechanics. My favorite part of this session was actually getting to play a monk for the first time and getting involved with the subclass from the supplement, the Way of the Rat, and fully leaning into that as just a lifestyle, not a lifestyle choice by any means, but as a lifestyle. I was cursed to look like this, so I will act like this.
Some have ratness. Some are born ratness, and some have ratness thrust upon them.
Yeah. It's definitely that, and not the heroics for our party. And I do like to think that with all the gold that we got from the cavern before we even took Adam back to the mayor, that we were just like, so we're rich now. we're gonna do bad things now. Yeah.
Start our own thieves guild.
I was gonna say, this is just your villain origin stories.
Yeah.
That's your next Once Upon a Time. It's just the villain's perspective.
Absolutely.
Amazing. Lovely. So Ben, who are you? What do you do? And what was your favorite part?
Yeah, I'm Ben. I Ben Newbon everywhere. Game designer. You can find my stuff on my itch, bennewbon.itch.io. I run the Cybertopia podcast, and I also play a family of dwarves on his Cursedness channel. If you've just been watching this live, you can now immediately go over to the Horde of Tales Twitch channel, where I would have simultaneously been playing Kids on Brooms. So that comes out at the exact time that this would also be airing. So magic. I am in multiple places. My favorite part of this is it's the world. Like, we didn't really explore any of it, but there's so many little hints of like the other fairy tales and the things like the story hooks that we could go down if we were playing a full campaign. So
Yeah, that's one of the. I'm very excited to try and see a bit more of this world. Like you say, I'm just seeing like the backstory and stuff. I'm like, there's so many cool things I was trying to squeeze in, but unfortunately, to try and tell a story like this in 2 sessions, it's like you had to pick a bit and run with it. So, but there's so much like it isn't finished yet, and I cannot stress enough how much they've put into this, even just as little like side quests.
it was really
Like,
cool just reading
one-
that little chapter that you showed us. Like, some cool stuff in there.
Like even the Leerpool, like this one, like the opening to it is you could literally run into Spring Heel Jack, like Jack the Ripper, is like an optional side quest in Leerpool. Like it's like when they arrive in the city, they could literally stumble into Spring Heel Jack trying to kill a woman. I was like, I need them to finish a quest. I'm just gonna save that one. I'm gonna put that one to the side, use that later. But there's just so much stuff. And by the way, this is one city in the entirety of the setting, so. The idea is you hit level 8, there are a couple of options for what you can do, but Leerpool is like the main focus for level 8, and there's just, the idea is you could literally go from level 8 to level 9 just in Leerpool by doing all this quests and side quests, so there's so much like cannot wait for it to come out officially. And finally, Bardic Knock, who are you, what do you do, and favourite part?
Hi, yeah, I am Bardic. You can find me on the internet, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube, all as the Bardic Knock. I'm kind of in the middle of not doing a whole lot, but keep an eye out. I might do stuff, or I might not. Who knows?
Mystery.
I'm like the key. The value is in the mystery. My favorite part of this has, obviously, everything everyone else has said. The party dynamics, the world setting, all of that. What I have thoroughly, I'm trying to think of a word, but it's escaping me. Just the ease and the skill at which, literally 5 strangers who, like, I've met.
I do love that we got to the
once
point
before. I didn't know anybody else, and
It's terrible timing.
Yeah,
one really knew each
I
other.
I do like that Bardic is trying to say like something really kind about all of us, and that's when it broke up.
Let's go. Yes, and
I don't know if you can hear us, Bardic, but you have just gone like so like broken up on us. We cannot hear what you're saying, but we got the gist that you were trying to be really kind.
Oh.
About how easy it was. There we go. Yeah. I think we got the gist. I don't know what that will look like on the stream, but I'm pretty sure what Bardic was saying
I
is that
can
we're
hear
all lovely
all
people.
You're back now. Now that you're not needing to talk anymore.
the gist was, how 5 total strangers that just immediately could get the vibe, could see what's going, and go, yeah, that's really cool. Oh, that's funny. Let's go with that. Just, honestly, I would be surprised if someone didn't know. If someone could figure out, but we didn't know each other.
Yeah.
And we hadn't been playing together for years.
And I will say, just from having seen several of the streams and caught like bits and pieces of a lot of them, so many of the guys from the AP community who have been taking part in these streams, it's the exact same thing on so many of the shows. People turn up, and yes, some of them have played in games before, some of them are met for the first time, and it is always just, they just click like that, and we always have such good fun. So I do hope you keep watching some of the shows. But speaking of some of the AP UK shows, just go back to myself. I am Jordan. I am the DM, producer, and editor of the Modified Role podcast. My personal socials are usually at Wish I Was a Bard. I don't post a lot on those, but we are at Modified Role for the podcast socials, and that's mostly where I post all of my stuff. And we have obviously got Actual Play UK, which, again, one of the founders, I just sort of manage the Discord. The man who should get all of the applause for making this lovely stream that you see here is John, who's sort of hiding in the shadows doing all the tech today, as he always does, because he just has nothing better to do in his evenings than sit and make sure that our game can get streamed to you. And I cannot thank him enough. As I say every time, I'm always going to gush over how much John works for this and how amazing all of it looks. Like, you have to admit, just look at this on stream. Look at this lovely background. Look at all of these lovely little boxes that we're all in, all these little boxes that stop us from breaking free into the rest of the internet. These are all John. and I'm just going to keep playing him up. But finally, just keep watching. If you're watching this now, you've enjoyed this, check out all the other shows. There are so many amazing podcasts playing so many different systems. I am a big basic RPG bitch, and I mostly just run D&D. I'm trying to learn Vysen. I'm trying to learn some new stuff, but I have spent a lot of money on D&D, so that's what I'm going to keep playing. But we have so many cool systems being played. You will pick up so many new TTRPGs, some new systems, and you will have a lot of fun watching it. And yeah, it is 11:20. I don't know what else I'd normally say to sign off, but thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you'll stick with us for the upcoming shows. Upcoming shows, that's what I'm supposed to do. John, help! He's already sent me a message. He's so good at this. He's already sent me a message, and I was panicking. Join us on the 13th of October for the next part of our Pirate Borg stream, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. As pirates are always great. We should know we met one tonight. By the way, that was my favourite part, was getting to play Dodgy Pete. The mystery key. Hi. Join us on the 20th of October for Lovecraft-esque, which is coming for its second edition Kickstarter, which I remember from last time is being run by the creator of Lovecraft-esque. John will tell me if I'm wrong. I am correct. October 27th, because it's almost Halloween, we'll be playing Final Girl, hosted by Naomi of the lovely Naomi of Naomi Thinks It, and her others. Secret of St. Kilda, that's all. Thank you, John. She'll be hosting Final Girl, because it's almost Halloween, so why not? And then on the 30th and 31st, because it is Halloween, we'll have a Shiver stream. Ooh, spooky.
With me.
With Chloe's going to be in that, of course, yes. And then on November 3rd and 10th, we have our Heart live stream. Heart being a system I have yet to play, but sounds very interesting. And obviously, ongoing on Thursdays when they are able, we have the Delta Green stream being run by the lovely John, when he gets to step out from behind the camera and play, but also do all the tech at the same time. Because, yeah, easy, he says. Easy. So, with all this lovely stuff coming up, you don't have any excuse not to already be subscribed. I think this is the first time I've ever actually done the whole please subscribe bit, so I'm going to say it this time. Please subscribe to the Twitch channel if you haven't already, and our YouTube, because numbers are important these days. Big numbers are better, and that is generally true, except for the times when it isn't. Always remember that.
It's getting later, isn't it?
My sign-offs are getting more and more unhinged. And the last thing I'll leave you with is, as we mentioned, the collective noun for the squirrels earlier. The collective noun for hedgehogs is a prickle. With that lovely knowledge, we'll bid you all a good night and a happy Friday in the future. Woo! And we'll see you guys soon. Thanks very much for joining us. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks, John. Thanks, Jordan.